Good evening, folks. What's going on? What's up, Two Hit? What's up, Zem? Bearded Canadian. I see you lurking around there with your dragon coins. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. Happy day after Christmas. I hope your Crimbus festivities did not lay you too low, too terribly low, or at least not in a place that you wouldn't want to be otherwise. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing okay. It's a lot of this. It's just basically a lot of this, so I'm going to be doing a lot of this. And that's going to help tremendously, I think. Oh, God, yes. Oh, I love it. My wife got us some actual coupe glasses. So now when I make lemon drops, I can actually serve them in the correct glassware, which is a true novelty to me, because I throw stuff into things that I could lap out of like a dog. What's up, Bar Dominic? Not low at all. There's so much leftover ham. What a magnificent problem to have. Too much ham. I wish I had too much ham. I don't think it would end very well for me, but I would love. Drink from a trough, there's alcohol. Hell yes, I would. Absolutely, Eva. What's up, Eva? What's up, Negrotep? Search ham seems like a self-correcting problem. I know, right? Like, even if it's a problem now, it won't be in a bit. Did I miss anything last night? Not really. We have dutifully engaged with our Nerevarine / Hortator tasks, and we're almost done. Almost. We're tantalizingly close to finishing this worldwide odyssey of just getting everybody to say we're okay. There's one big hurdle left. Technically two. But one of them is much more of a moral hurdle than the other. I guess we might as well talk about it and then get into it. Because I don't want to... Unless people are just gonna sidetrack us with exploring caves and ruins and shit all night. I don't want to drag this out any longer than we have to, but the short of it is we only need to do two more things. Thank you, Vesti, I appreciate that. We only need to do two more things to complete this leg of our journey. We have one guy who's standing in the way of us being named Hortator of all three great houses, and we simply need to murder him. No big. The other one is the Zainab camp of Ashlanders. And to get them in our good graces, I'm afraid we're gonna have to do just a little bit of sex trafficking. Just a light dusting of selling people into slavery. That's all, you know, normal Nerevarine business. So, yeah, tonight's probably the worst quest in the game that is part of the main quest. I'm pretty sure there's worse stuff if you start poking around the periphery of, like, the Kamanatong or whatever. But yeah, this is definitely the low point in the hero's quest, and it's not really portrayed that way, from what I recall. So if you're a fan of the discourse, if you enjoy speaking on the highs and lows of game design, tonight's gonna be your night. I mean, she's already slaves. Are you really doing anything? Oh God. Not the discourse I hope for, but probably the discourse we deserve. I remember this part of the hero's journey design. Yeah. I actually read a really interesting thread on Twitter yesterday that I didn't mention last night, from David Gator, where he was talking about the difficulty because somebody had posted, rightly so as far as I'm concerned, that people don't tend to take evil paths in RPGs because they're written like garbage. And he basically acknowledged that and said that the issue that they found when they would try to fill in evil paths was intent. There's no good way for the game designer to track the player's intent, and it is really the intent behind the actions that defines the morality of the actions being taken, so. Kiefer Sutherland's voice. God, you are just the rudest motherfucker ever. I swear to God. No propriety whatsoever. On some level, I have to respect that just utter lack of shame. Just total contempt for those around you. That's right, Chad. It's time for that quest. I haven't actually decided what order we're gonna do these things in. Well, I guess, okay. I guess there's kind of one way to do this. Love Metal Gear Solid, by the way. Yeah, I'm sure. It always comes from a place of love, doesn't it? What's up, Alceris? Who are you talking about? David Gator was on Twitter talking about the difficulty in designing for like evil quests, the evil paths in RPGs. KOTOR 2 definitely explored the concept of intent. The only evil actions offered the player were wanton murder and kicking puppies. It's funny too, because I feel like BioWare came up with the most elegant solution to the problem. Just don't offer an actual evil path. Do the whole Paragon Renegade split. I love that. Like, I honestly think that's probably the greatest gift BioWare has given gaming as a whole. And surprisingly few other studios have, like, taken that ball and run with it. Because, I mean, that is a really, really, really good way to get around having to try and suss out evil quests that people are actually going to enjoy doing. Yeah, exactly. More lawful and chaotic than good and evil. And I think that's a much more satisfying dichotomy to play out, because honestly, you start talking about evil, and you are talking about a sliding scale that goes to some places that you do not want to commit to code, honestly. What is evil to somebody is just gonna be, like, beyond reprehensible to somebody else. And I think if you're looking at an actual examination of morality and norms, and you wanna put an evil path in your game, you're treading in dangerous territory. Love Oxygen Not Included. Boy, howdy, do I always feel I'm running around my head caught off. Zem, I saw you mention that earlier. I've actually been thinking a bit about getting back into Colony Sims. Probably picking up RimWorld again, since that's the one I'm the most familiar with. But I would love, at some point, I would love to just really dig into Oxygen Not Included and actually learn how to do what they do. Because they kind of fucked it up in Mass Effect 3. Well, I'm not surprised, honestly. All of... rather poetically, all of BioWare's gifts to the industry were themselves cursed. Could just go Celestial Dragon evil. Like, cartoonish evil? Like, just completely over-the-top evil? I mean, depends heavily on your tone and setting, you know? Celestial Dragon evil works in One Piece, because One Piece is so cartoonish to begin with. You have literal clown pirates. You have, you know, people's holy symbols, or them, like, throwing up the horns, like, literally. So you can have, like, cartoonish, like goldfish bowl wearing, snot dripping psychopaths. And it works, because then you get all super excited and amped up to punch him in the face. But, like, playing as that, like, it's a hard enough thing to strike the right tonal balance to get that into your story in the first place. Then to let people go along with them. That's a big ask, honestly, because they are, like, yeah, they are about as repugnant as cartoon slavers get. And this is already a really weird conversation. But it's only gonna get weirder, chat. Oh, there'd definitely be some people who go along with it. I always found it interesting. We didn't really talk about it too much when we played Kenshi. But Kenshi, the world in Kenshi is just an absolute hellhole. Just an absolute irredeemable hellhole. And a large portion of the world is okay with slavery. And there are slave markets and slave trades and slave caravans and slave camps and all this stuff. And it's interesting because the developers, what little bit of flavor and like developer commentary you get through design, like they obviously feel this is like completely evil, like irredeemably evil, but they chose to depict a world that had fallen so far that fully half of it had fallen back into and accepted the practice of slavery. And technically through the mechanics of the game, you can participate in that as well, but they make it so repugnant and so oppressive that I kind of wonder who would even do that. I just found it weird that people cheer for the step on her face ending in Demon Souls. Yikes. I guess never sell people's depravity too short, huh? Okay. Let's actually review how this needs to work. Alright, so I asked Kashad Ashkan of the Zainab to set me a task to prove that I'm worthy to be named Nerevarine of the Zainab. Oh yeah, we killed a vampire. It was great. I asked Ashkan Kashad where I might find a highborn Telvanni bride. He said I should visit highborn Telvanni lords and inform each that Ashkan Kashad of the lordly Zainab will do them the honor of making one of their daughters his bride. He trusts me to choose the finest among these offered. The Ashkan told me to take counsel with this wise woman who knows his mind well in such matters. So this all started because the Zainab Ashkan is basically just using this whole Nerevarine business to get as many favors out of us as he can. And now he wants us to set him up with a bride. So on the face of it, it's an arranged marriage. The subtext here is that it's an impossible one. No Telvanni in their right mind, which yes, I know is a stretch, would consent to this. Okay, so I went to the wise woman. The wise woman says no highborn Telvanni would consider wedding an Ashlander, but she has a cunning plan. I must go to Seville Imayan, slave mistress of the festival slave market in Tel Arun, and tell her I need a pretty Dunmer slave. Seville Imayan will tell me how to dress the slave like a highborn Telvanni lady. Then I must escort the pretty slave to Zainab camp and present her to Ashkan Kashad as a highborn Telvanni bride. So, on the bright side, Tel Arun is where we need to go to kill that one guy, so we can go ahead and get that out of the way on the way. Okay, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh shit, 2 hit. What we got? What's on deck? What's your idea? Tunic. Okay. Tunic. Okay. Okay, we can do this. I think what I'm actually gonna do, because I was thinking about this, there was already a Doom Peak in the queue for Neverwinter Nights, and specifically, so nobody gets mad, specifically for some user-created modules of Neverwinter Nights. I was thinking about, well, we're gonna do that this Friday. I think I had said that a long time ago, but I'm just reconfirming. But since we got, oh, hi, who are you? Since we got another Doom Peak on deck, we can throw Tunic in there as well. So honestly, if 1 or 2 other people wanted to, oh, seriously? You know, you don't have to do this. I told you, lady. I told you it didn't have to be this way. But do people listen to me? Do people ever listen to me? No. No, of course not. No, why would I listen to the Nerevarine? I could take the Nerevarine. I could take the crazy enchanted cat man who fucking looks like this. Oh yeah, I got this. Nope, I'm all about this. I definitely got this. No, you don't have this. You do not, you never had this. You never will have this. You're gonna die. You're gonna die an absolutely ignoble death. Congratulations, you idiot.
Your wounds are great. Die, Fetcher.
And that guy was collateral damage. Everyone's so pissed at someone you fight them on sight is like that for the Catman. I mean, the Catman's not even choosing this. It's not like I'm coming out here. Well, I chose violence on this guy. Like, I'll cop to that. That's fine. Where's my freaking? There it is. Locky picky. Pickety pickety. I gotta admire their courage though. Do I though? Do I gotta admire your courage if it just ends you up dead? I am far more of a pragmatist than that. Like I admire willpower and fortitude that keeps you alive, not makes you dead. Maybe they played Bubsy too. Maybe yeah. And anyone would ache for the sweet release after that. What's up, PM Color Boy? Oh shoot! Can you repost that? I am so sorry, buddy. I was so angry at these people throwing their lives away that I missed the lives going on right in front of my very eyes. Hey, Marshmallow. I'm gonna take a bunch of Marshmallow. Because I think there was a quest. I think I'm technically on a cult quest to do that. Shadows, thank you so much for subscribing for 22 months. This is better use of time in Miami gang and playing Bubsy 2. Here. Can't deny that. How you doing tonight, friendo? Whack, whack, whack. I forget how much marshmallow I need. I'll just take all of it. Or most of it. Or I'm sure it's plain. Have I seen, heard of one game ever where the good path is genocide and the evil path is pacifism? Would it be spoilers to tell us what that game is? Because I would be curious to know. It says marshmallow everywhere, huh? Very marshmallowy place. Probably? Okay. Well, hopefully we'll just have to run across it someday in our vast travels. Sounds like a Shin Megami game to you. So Crystal Sega Magazine advertised Sonic 1 with the text, "What's blue?" and pisses off. Oh no. Oh no, that's somebody's fetish. Wow, the skill level up sounds really funny underwater. Like oh good, it's you. Hey Shadows, I'm using your bow. Haha. I was like, I am gonna hit this thing, right? God, I love the feel of this game so much. Just simple scenery like this. This right here. It's such a little thing. It's such a minor detail. But this right here is probably why this game has stuck with me for decades. You know? Like not only is it a really interesting setting, but it's also really like extremely well realized too. Finish your Steam sale haul, nice. I have not started mine yet, but there's gonna be some Doom Peak stuff on there, certainly. Fear the Punch is an interesting arcade game. This Kusoge is incredibly impressive. Anyone's interested in Death Peak, let me know. I don't want to go to the underground. I want to go to the overground. I want to go to the upper ground. I want to go up there. I'm gonna just... You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna fly. I've had it with these motherfucking wizards in their motherfucking wizard towers. I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna kill this guy. And then there's... I think after that, there's just one more wizard tower I have to go to, and then we're good.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I'm trying, lady. I'm trying. Oh, this guy is Daedra. Dramora. Fucking...
I see this land suits you.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's very suitable to me.
Freely, Outlander.
I mean, this will be fine, but still. I'm just waiting for the levitate to wear off. Lasts a surprisingly long time. I feel like I should try skull crushing him. Not your skill, your skull. Goddamn, skill issue. Using his Mage's Guild quest to murder all the Telvanni nerds is a good time for everyone. Oh god, it sounds like it, yeah.
Go ahead.
Last chance to reconsider.
I'm listening.
Still taking the matter as Telvanni Hortator under your consideration. Very well, I've heard your story. You're not one of us, so I suppose I have to explain. You'll just keep annoying me. I have no intention of naming you Hortator of House Telvanni. There's non-Telvanni interest in name an unknown, unreliable outlander and outsider of such an important position. My opinion will not change. You persist in bothering me, you'll regret. This discussion is over. Well, I appreciate your honesty.
You're beaten.
Oh, he stunned me. That's not good. Or somebody did. Come on, get it out, get it. Oh yeah, there we go. That's this. Oh, that's not the stuff. Okay. Whoa, one of them dropped a really cool looking sword. Oh, I totally missed that person was over there. Also, if you're wondering how much work that Night Eye is putting in, there you go. That's the difference. Got Cruelty Squad, Condemned Criminal Origins, Dread Delusion, Jack Move, Pathfinder, Wrath of Righteous, Gothic 3, Risen 2 and 3, Spark the Electric Jester 3, Jack Move, you said that already. Wizardry Labyrinth, Lost Souls, and a few Sega titles. It was more convenient to rebuy on PC because they were dirt cheap. And Kenshi. Ah. I have been debating going back to Kenshi, too. I think I've been playing a lot of Project Zomboid lately. In fact, I spent a couple hours today playing Project Zomboid. That is, I would say that is the only reason I have not gone back to Kenshi, is because Zomboid is scratching that particular itch. But I think as soon as I've had my fill of Zomboid, I'm gonna go back to it. Got Jack Move, a bunch of other games Jack Move. Did you know about Jack Move? Jack Move. Jack Move!
What, Outlander? Why do you disturb me?
Smacko! Oh. It freezing me like that is a real pain. That sounds funny if it looks like a neat cyberpunk JRPG. Okay, I need to make some space here. Yeah, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. I needed to... Oh my god, stop doing that. That's so annoying, bro. Yeah. Dude, this dude's sturdy. Yeah, this guy is not screwing around. He is sturdy. All right, I gotta finish this because I've run out of charges for my healing. I gotta end this dude before this gets any worse. Oh, thank God I resisted that. All right, he's dead. It was fun to try and skull crush people, but Fetcher. Aha! All right, that was great. So Brolmir, what are you up to? Demon longbow, viper arrows, demon mole crab helm, first barrier ring. That's all cute stuff. All right, Gothrin, what did you have? He had a Daedric dagger, which I've somehow never had a Daedric dagger. Mine are Daedric Tantos, right? Or what they are? Extravagant rogue, extravagant shoes, exclusive restore magicka. I'll actually take those. That could help with training someday. You had a double Tanto, Crimson Despair amulet, shock mirror robe, third barrier ring. Where'd your Daedra boys end up, huh? Like, I could see them, but your corpses are in the way, so I'm gonna dispose of you. Swing. Did that force me to pick up all your garbage? It did! Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I didn't like that. Don't do that. I don't want your junk. Oh no, that's not one I took. Chat. They gave me all their crap and I didn't want it. Battle strategy, I constantly resorted to playing Wizardry 8, kite all the enemies in an area, hallway, and bop them on the head, yeah. I don't need your extravagant shoes. I don't wear shoes. I'm a Khajiit. God, Jesus, no. Oh, no. Alright, I guess that's fine. Okay, what the hell did this guy have? Oh, Dwarven! Dwarven shit looks so cool in this, honestly. And then I can't reach this one because Gothrin's in the way, and... I mean, I guess I could carry some extravagant shit, that's fine. He needs to just not exist. Daedric Katana, yeah, I'm not... I think I'm already carrying one of those around. Even. Yeah, okay. Did my journal update? It's very difficult. I managed to get Archmagister and Midi. Had no intent to name me Hordador of House Telvanni, so it's not... So, I wonder... Is everybody else gonna try and, like, kill me when I leave? Or are they just kind of cool with everything that just happened? Let's save and find out. So, we cool? I guess I can sleep in this bed now if I wanted, huh? Steal some soul gems. Yep, my bed now. My tower now. This is my tower. Tel Arun belongs to me now. When am I ever gonna level up again, actually? You know what? I'm gonna check outside real quick and make sure nobody hates me. Everybody cool? Everybody good and cool people who are very calm and not going to murder me? You seem like a nice...
I'm a busy guy, so if you could hurry this up.
Yeah, it's just, sure. That's great. That's totally fine. Okay, cool. Nobody's gonna kill me. I guess the Telvanni aren't really that fond of themselves anyway. Telvanni foot fungus avoided. I'm gonna do a little bit of... not that. I'm gonna do a little bit of magic practice. 4 pillars of fantasy adventure games: murder, eat, sleep, steal. Actually, which one do I want to work on? Personalities 2, endurance, agility, willpower, intelligence. We should work on intelligence. I should be smarter, chat. I'm sure you don't have to disagree. You don't have to dispute it. It's fine. It's fine. Which one's the intelligence? Oh, I don't have any intelligence practice shit, actually. Oh well. Oh well, I guess it's personality. Hey, personality. I'm just gonna gain 2 levels of illusion. And then we'll sleep it off. And then we'll get to the real nasty business of the evening. The true nastiness. Such as it is. Chat, this seems like an appropriate time to ask. Have you played an RPG that you thought had a particularly well done evil path? Have you ever been evil in a video game of your own volition by way of developer pathing that you found enjoyable? God, I hope I can get 2 levels out of this shit. But Jade Empire's evil path was decent. A lot of people speak highly of Jade Empire. I tried to get into it once, and I couldn't get a grip on it. Don't tend to do the evil path, and often if a game is badly written, I don't care. If a game is well written, then I care too much. You know, that's honestly a pretty legit problem to bring up. I think that's actually pretty pretty poignant. If a game is particularly well written, then you don't really want to go that far outside your own personal beliefs, do you? Game opens up, you progress more into it. The star is admittedly slow. Der Langrisser Imperial Path is interesting enough. There are various shades of not following a predestined light path, and I find it interesting to say no to the game's god of light. That is interesting. Emotionally connected to game's characters, I don't want to betray them. Yeah, I feel you on that. Definitely feel you on that. I was very impressed with how they handled Chat, I'm sorry about this. This is gonna be really annoying, I know, if it isn't already. I was really impressed with the writing and morality concerns in Tyranny. I thought Tyranny handled it really well, partly because it had a really interesting hook where you are part of the evil empire. The evil empire won, and you are one of their higher ups. And basically, once the game starts, you decide what that means. You decide if that means like trying to fight for a better world within the system, trying to surreptitiously disrupt the system, going along with the system, trying to usurp the system. I ended up not liking Tyranny because of gameplay stuff. Because of the battle system in it. Not because of the writing. It was honestly kind of a shame. I was kind of sad to drop it, but I wasn't enjoying the gameplay enough to keep on with it. All right, let's rest for a couple hours, shall we? Haha. Strength. Ironically, I put all that time into building up my personality multiplier and then just didn't use it. Not really. Evil paths require a wide suspension of disbelief I'm not willing to exert. Because you almost always get good companions that somehow still tag along despite your misdeeds, yes. I know I talked about this, but that killed Star Wars The Old Republic stone dead for me. I finally got around to giving that a try this past year. I forget when specifically. And I wanted to make a Sith character because I find the concept of the Sith Empire in Star Wars particularly interesting. Also, Jedi are boring as shit, don't at me. So I made a Sith Marauder, and I was really enjoying the storyline with them. Just being my Sithy little awful ass. So Big Toes used that thing I sent you. I'm afraid it didn't, friendo. Afraid it didn't. And the moment they give you a companion, it just kills the game. Because they give you a slave. And if you are a proper Sith, you treat this slave like shit. You treat them like garbage. But because it is a BioWare game, and you gotta be bestie friends with your companions at all times, your slave is horribly, uncomfortably accommodating of you, like, shock collaring them and stuff. Please tell me they didn't write a romance arc with them. This is BioWare we're talking about. I slam jammed uninstall on that so fast. Oh god. And here again is another pitfall of trying to write an evil plotline. Is like, evil comes in many flavors. People conceive of evil in many different ways. There are forms of evil that I'm fascinated by, and forms of evil that I'm absolutely repulsed by. And if the developer's idea and the player's idea doesn't click together, like, it is gonna go so much worse than if you disagree on, like, the hero's path or whatever. You can't ever shock the shit out of them every time they disagree with you, which is all the time. It's cartoonish. That's what I was doing because I was, like, role-playing an actual Sith, and it was just... The gross part was their response to it, because they would just kind of, like, play it off comedically, and it's like... It was just... Oh, shit! Oh, my God! Chat, it's happening! Actually, I'm gonna die, aren't I? This guy... Oh, my God. This guy's gonna kill me. Okay, okay. Okay, stop it! Stop it, you fuck! Oh, Lord have mercy. Do I have other healing? Not fortify, restore. I mean, that's not gonna do much. Okay, look. I've been holding on to this potion of heroism for, like, the entire game. I'm just gonna chug it. This is my hero moment right here. There we go. All right. Jesus. The assassin, chat. Adamantium Jink Blade of Wounds. That thing was not fucking around. Paralyze and poison. Pretty brutal. Actually, potion of heroin. Look at all this cool Dark Brotherhood stuff, chat. What's up, Ms. Roy? He got Fuss Rodad. I have a similar issue with edgy protagonists in games. A lot of games that do that and then never romances their party members to stick with you, make your character come as less as interesting, more as an abuser. Yes, absolutely. And to me, it comes off as really, really tone deaf on the developer's part. So I'm gonna take all this shit and not be able to move because I'm carrying too much shit. And I'm gonna give him a Daedric War Axe because seriously, why do you need something that's 72 pounds? That's just stupid. All right, chat, it finally happened. We finally got the story hook for the first expansion for Tribunal. Recently played a game where the main character in the darkest dungeon 4v4 style has a gun, but is still a melee character because they're fucking garbage. That's really fun. Wait, that sounds vaguely familiar. I feel like I've heard that before. This is a dumb question where I go to Mournhold. Yeah, you wish it was that easy. Sorry, we can't, we cannot stray from the path, chat. It must be done. It must. But thou must. What does this potion do anyway? Shield, fortify attack, restore health. Anything else? Restore fatigue. Interestingly, it doesn't fortify any attributes. Excuse me, Mr. Guard, sir.
Ahead.
You say you've been attacked by assassins. From your description, it sounds like the work of the Dark Brotherhood. I'm not sure who you angered, but stay away from me. I suppose it should be officially reported, though. Speak to Apelles, Matthias, and Ebonheart about this matter. Goddamn DB. Not to the same extent as full-on evil. I played an RPG with Protag as an asshole the entire time. The party doesn't call him out for it at all, and instead look him verbally treating the entire cast as like, oh, that's our main? Yeah, I hate that shit. I do not enjoy that shit at all. Hello, Stentus Tullius. Look, I just, oh god, okay, it's over here. Fine, great, whatever. Okay, it's time for the bad times, chat. Excuse me. The Dark Brotherhood, that sounds like a job for somebody else. And yes, shonen anime can be really, really bad about that.
Is there something I can do for you?
Unfortunately, yes. Welcome, Bubsy, to the festival slave market, the finest slaves in Vardenfell. I'm Seville the Man, and I know we have the slave for you. Are you looking for standard household slaves, Bubsy, or are you looking for something special? Why does she have to call me by name? You were booting up Daggerfall. Worse, if you can believe it. You need a slave to pose as a highborn Telvanni lady. Sweet Alma, that Somnu Zabmat, and her cunning plans. I do have the slave you want. Polera Lervu, a pretty Dunmer girl, but first you must get an exquisite shirt, an exquisite skirt, and exquisite shoes to dress her in. Go get these exquisite clothes and bring them to me, and then we'll discuss the price. Shirt, skirt, shoes. Shirt. God damn it, why words? Okay. So the shit I'm carrying around is too good, chat. It's extravagant. Or no, it's not. Exquisite is the rank above extravagant. Well, shit. Well, fuck my everything. Okay. I'm not enjoying this dressing minigame. Yeah, it's a little more sinister than say the one in Yakuza, and that's saying something. Fairy Tale, one of the more refreshing cases of the protag rival dynamic I've seen. Jokingly shit on each other, but the rivalry, yeah, is genuinely friendly and they do actually care. You know, YouTube served me up a really interesting video that I got halfway through this evening. This lady, she does a bunch of videos on One Piece. Did a video about the women of One Piece.
Much to discuss, much to learn.
Unless you're handling the Dark Brotherhood for me, we got nothing to talk about. Talking about the design of the women in One Piece, their relevance to the story, how they relate to other shonen female characters. It's really interesting stuff. Feel like Bakugo doesn't actually want to kill anyone. I don't need a smith. I need a... So I'm pretty sure... I can't help but think that no one here is going to be selling the things that I actually need, because that would be too easy.
See something you like.
Faction members only. I'm wondering if maybe I can go back up in the tower and steal some clothes. Maybe. Okay, You're a trader, right? Like,
May I help you?
how good's your shit? It's usually not that. No, this is like common garbage. I mean, it's expensive. He also has a book called The Axeman. Interesting. So I read dialogue. Oh, I didn't even notice it was a dialogue option. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So good evening, depressed cat. Good evening, one and all. It's good to see all of you out tonight for this most auspicious of evenings, where we do further stain the name of the Nerevarine. Bringing exquisite clothes, Telmora, Elignan. Their name is Elignan. I should have seen it. Elignan the clothier. See the clothes I'm wearing. Exquisite shirt, exquisite skirt, exquisite shoes. I bought them at her shop. Maybe you should try her. I wish I... So I basically have to dress her like her. I wish I could just steal from her. I wish I was good enough to just steal the clothes off of her back. I'm not, right? I'm not, right? I don't think you can do that. It's fine. We'll do it the right way. We'll go to Telmora. Because I think there's a boat here. I think I can just take the boat up to we need to go to
What is your business?
What is your business here? We need to go up to Telmora anyway, because that's where my Telvanni buddy, in so far as I have a Telvanni buddy, is. My journal's been updated. Oh, I should be Dondos Driller about the progress on my stronghold. Oh, well, thanks for the reminder, video game. I should do that, shouldn't I? I think it's a great idea. Okay, yes, I see boat. I see boat, I want boat. Oh, you're talking about My Hero Academia, okay. Sorry, skeeved out by dealing with a slaver, but then they went and put something special in the scariest of scare quotes, yeah. Yeah, they don't really make it any better. Telmora, please.
May I help you?
Oh, we actually need to go to Telvas. That's fine. I can stop at Telvas while we're here. It's nearby. It's close enough. Alright, so we gotta go to... Not Nona. No, not Nona. Are you kidding me? Yeah, get the fuck out of here with this shit. Jolda the Apothecary. Radris the Smith. Liette's house. I need the lady that sells the really good shit.
I really don't have time for this, so make it quick.
I really didn't ask you shit. Watching a YouTube video about how Japan's eugenics policy officially ended the 90s overall societal impact. Doesn't make sense to you a bit how many anime says some part about characters being told to die because they're weak. Elignan Clothier. Oh, yeah, that's you. Yep. Exquisite, exquisite. If I could get you to turn around, I could just steal all your shit. I really just want to steal it. She's apparently very perceptive. You gotta rip you off first. I wonder though, out of curiosity. No, you can't ask her anything specific, so. Yeah. Yeah, yoink this. NBD. And apparently this is a good place to work on sneak as well. Damn, dude. Can I just max out my sneak right now? Like, how long would this take? How long a process is this? Not that I need to, but I mean, come on. Just general principle here. I just leveled it up. Oh no, it would take ages to do it this way. Never mind. Thank you. All right. I need to make it over to Telvas. Is there like a really cheap boat across the way? Yeah, 1 GP to Voss. Why do they call it a GP? It's a septim. Gold piece? Are they really going by the whole same gold piece and thing? Like, really? I guess really. Maverick Digimon Adventure is also one of the better examples. He gets angry at the protagonist shit a lot. This kid's boasting of his dumb ideas and really fucking emotionally strained trying to keep his kid brother safe and caring about everyone else. I think as long as there's like good story grounding for characters like that, it can make them worlds more acceptable. If they're not just like angry for the sake of being like the cliched angry protagonist. Call them Drakes early in the game. I haven't seen this game use septums. I believe the official name is septums, and then Drakes is like us calling dollars bucks, basically. GP feels like a holdover from a much older Elder Scrolls game. Like they were just called gold pieces in Arena or something. I hope this is in my memory correctly. I hope this is the place I'm supposed to be. I think it was Telvas. I think it was Telvas with the guy that actually liked me, who wanted me to be Hortator. But it is so hard to remember anything that has to do with the fucking Telvanni. Oh my god, no, I was gonna say, I was just let go. Let me do the thing. Let me fly. Hey, Aryan,
I will listen,
buddy.
Commander, but
Gather the votes of the counselors. Yes, Telvanni Hortator. I see you've gathered the votes of all the surviving Telvanni counselors. That means you're now the Hortator of House Telvanni. And I have something for you. It's called the Robe of the Hortator. It is an ancient artifact and hasn't been used in centuries, but I think you'll be pleased. I wish you luck, Hortator. I may even pray for you. All right, we did it. All 3 houses. Hortator, Hortator, Hortator. Hortator, Tortor. We've done it. It is done. The deed is did. Now we just got to get that one Ashlander tribe on our side, and this whole episode is over. Fortify Magicka for 30 seconds. Ooh, I am pawning this. We're $300. The robe for the legendary Hortator, which I remind you is like essentially the same as the Nerevarine for the Ashlanders, the war chief. Like basically a military leader in times of great crisis. The Telvanni's magical artifact for them is a $300 robe that gives you 20 extra magic points for 30 seconds. I am pawning this shit. I mean, such disrespect. Nothing but disrespect. All right, and then we need to get down from here. Crunch. Wow, that one didn't go crunch. All right, and now we need to get back to the boat at Voss and take it back down to Teleroon. Teleroon. Whee! Yes, that hurt. It was amazing when it was new you should have picked up an arena. I think the slang term Drakes comes from the coins on the seal of Akatosh on them are a dragon symbol. Seal of Akatosh, for those who don't know, is literally the symbol Arian is staring in front of. Oh, hey, how about that? Probably should have read that while I was still standing before him then. Funny, that. Basically, Game of Thrones is a reincarnation of Christ, a game of Walmart t-shirt.
Is there something I can do for you?
Oh my god, I love it. All right, back to Telrune. I can't believe I'm doing this. Also, after we do this, then I gotta take the poor little lady all the way to the camp. And again, we're on a fucking island that I'm gonna have to get her a roundabout from. Survive the rapture, I got this stupid t-shirt.
I will listen.
Wait, am I insane? Where's the... Oh, it's over here. Okay. Something special. Good! These clothes are perfect. Hold on to them. You'll give them to her when you've bought her, but I need a little more time to coach Falera Laravu to play the part of a highborn Telvanni lady. I don't know just the thing we need. Go get a bottle of Telvanni bug musk. Try Bildrin Arleth the apothecary here in Telrune, or Jolda the apothecary in Telmora. I'll make Falera Laravu completely irresistible. Bug musk, yeah, bug musk. Fucking obviously. All right, where's your apothecary? I need you. Apothecary! Your finest bug musk, please. No, let me inside, you fucking stupid. Okay. That is bug musk. What is this? Sold out notice. Sorry, I'm temporarily out of stock of potions useful in the treatment of common physical ailments. Please check back at a later date. Thank you for your patronage. Hello. He sells Telvanni bug musk for 100 symptoms. But what if you wanted to talk to me?
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Better bug musk than yeah. It is a far better thing. Green lichen muck potions? Potions? Yeah, just, just face the wall. Because you can't stop me. Yoink. He doesn't have any, because I need one more thing of, like, liquor. Now that I think about it. Those are just ingredients, whatever. I could steal some of his pearls, but, like, why? The Underpants Gnomes wrote that letter. I actually like when RPGs make the whole being a major nobler king thing into a legit process. For guys, The Witcher 1, I'm pretty sure there's a full-on questline about getting ready to meet the nobility, let alone what they tell you. Witcher 1, honestly, was a really neat game. I know people talk about like it's basically unplayable these days, but I would kind of like to go back to it and finish it. Or I'd have to play through it again. I got depressingly far into it and then dropped it, and then dropped it for so long that I can't possibly go back to it, so I'd have to play it again, but I really enjoyed it. I had a really, really good time with it. Whole quest where you're schmoozing with people was fun. Dragon Age 2 actually also did a neat thing where you can literally meet the Viscount. No, it's Viscount, isn't it? It's not Viscount. You save his son's life early on or after you become insanely rich yourself. Which one was my favorite of the trilogy? I doubt I'd feel the same way if I tried replaying it. Think you get laid during it because it's Witcher 1? Yeah. Indeed, indeed. Something special. You got the Telvanni bug musk. Excellent. No, don't give it to me. I'll give it to her when you have bought her. Let me tell you my price for this superb specimen. Skillfully coached to play her part in your little scheme. I'm pleased to accept you from you the modest sum of 1,200 drakes. I only offer you the special price on my friendship for such and such. Will you take 1,100? Well, since I like you, I'll take 1,100. Thank you for your custom and come back soon. Here's the key to her cage. I removed her slave bracers. When you're ready, you should speak to her, give her the presents, explain to her that she should follow you back to Zainab camp to meet her future husband. All right. Let's get on with it, then.
Is there something I can do for you?
Lady, I am so sorry about this. Falera Lervu of Velothus Haven, daughter of Andrano Lervu, lord of Tel Lervu, pleased to make your acquaintance. See, Sevilla taught me well. I shall be a highborn Telvanni lady, and no one will know the difference, just like a lady. I admit I'm a little anxious about marrying an Ashland or even an Ashland sheep, and anything's better than being a slave, and I'm very tough and smart and determined to make the best of my chances. Sevilla Main said you want to give me some presents. Yeah. There you go. Oh, Sarah, these clothes, they're divine, such perfume, only the very rich can afford this. I shall do everything I can to please you and my new master. That is my gracious lord and husband-to-be. Come, I am so excited, I cannot wait. Let us travel together to the Zainab camp, the Zainab lord. I feel like there are interesting themes about humanity and independence and personhood that could be explored here if this game was made in a different time. Yeah, just come on. I'm glad you're excited. Let's go. Please don't get stuck on the children. See, that's the okay. Look. That's the other thing. Okay, I'm sitting here like languishing in my morality over buying a slave and dressing her up to be a part of an arranged marriage.
What is your business?
And her fucking character is gonna glitch out on a rock, okay? Like, I kinda...
Hey, wait for me.
And she's gonna go, hey, wait for me, over and over and over again. Like the crazy old lady that water walked her way to the Daedric ruin that she decided she wanted her people to live in. Oh, there's just a lot, chat. There's a lot going on here.
Hey, wait for me.
2002 was... Oh, my God. Case in point! How am I supposed to feel bad about this now? Is there a more defining Bethesda experience? Probably not. Probably not. I'm trying to feel bad about doing this quest. And she's like vibrating at light speed going, hey, wait for me. Behold, your highborn bride vibrates across the court. Chat, I just can't. Anyway, let's go back to... I think the easiest way to do this is going to go up to Voss. Yeah, they're basically equidistant. That is a lot of money to go to Voss. Because they didn't make her try to run away, that make the quest unplayable. You like, chat, maybe is this a thing? Is this actually something to take into consideration? Like, was an element of us being, I don't know if more understanding, more accepting is the way to say it. Just, oh my fucking God. But like less sensitive to these things, the fact that games just weren't as immersive? Like you just didn't have the same level of suspension of disbelief. Yeah, I need a lot of help right now, honestly. Whose ass are we clipping through? The arranged marriage, in fact. On Princess Heisenberg uncertainty principle. And this woman's like, oh, it's one of those days. Oh, God. Like, is it because we've come so far? Both in graphical fidelity, but also I would say in writing quality. Like, I would say games in general are better written and are expected to be better written than they were back in the day. Is it really a case of our expectations changing so much? I mean, I'm not, remember, I'm not trying to discount the grossness of this situation. We are sex trafficking here, and I don't love that. But, you know, now is the time to discuss how and why this hit different 2 decades ago. And I mean, I feel like I'm seeing some of the reasons right here. Like, this is really video gamey. For lack of a better term.
Hey, wait for me.
Hey, wait for me! Making this poor woman hike her fancy ass across the Grazelands for this. Every time I do an escort quest in the game, the NPC I'm scoring somehow sees a cliff rider from across all of Vardenfell, runs off into the landscape to kill them and randomly jump scares. Oh, God! No, you don't have to do any fighting, lady. I got this. I am loaded with Daedric shit to the gills. You just sit your happy ass down and wait. A better storyline to explore feelings on the matter. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think the only thing you really need to do to salvage this storyline is to give options. Like, really. Make this an examination of the player's own morality, or the morality that they wish to roleplay. Like, don't make this the only way to handle this quest. I really think that's all you... Oh, no, you don't. Okay, great. By the way, what the hell is this? Oh, right, Talvas. That's right. There's a little spurt of Telvas there. Boy, that was the absolute worst possible word I could have picked for that. Since this was written by enlightened centrists who knew that slavery is wrong, but when in Rome, he. They arrive at the Ashlander camp covered in blood, and the chief's gonna be like, "Get me a new one." Nah, this is. Nah, bud. This is how the Telvanni like them. That guy exploded in my face. I probably shouldn't be off-roading with this lady. I know the other sex trafficking quest gives options and it makes it worse. I mean, I could be entirely wrong in that point. I mean, yeah, what, like, where do you go with that? Like, okay, so she's a slave. Slavery is accepted in Vardenfell. Oh God, there's a fucking thing up there. Oh God, I went to the wrong place. Oh God, I'm stupid, chat. Oh, I went to the Dwemer ruins instead of the Ashlander camp. I'm so dumb.
Hey, wait for me.
Just like, hey, wait for me. I don't want to fucking be here. Oh, it's just one of these dumb beetles. So she's a slave. Slavery is accepted in Vardenfell. Her, you know, being arranged marriaged to an Ashlander chief, you know, is actually a step up for her. That's an interesting notion to explore. That this game doesn't really explain. It just throws it out there like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm very excited about this. At least I won't be a slave anymore. I just have to marry some guy I never met. Just think, is it something you see Borat doing? If it is, maybe don't put it in your. Well, this was Wait, was this pre-Borat? Hang on. It was, wasn't it? Chat, you gotta help me out. Time has no meaning to me anymore. I'm 40 years old. Saints Row 3 has a mission where your reward is basically a bunch of sex slaves that work for you. They try to play immediately. I remember being pretty scuzzy. No, dude. So, I'm sorry. We gotta do a Golden Saint now. Oh god, just, lady, just don't turn around, okay? Just stay focused. Stay focused on me. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay, wow. That could have gone extremely poorly. That could have gone so incredibly poorly. Borat was 2000. Where are you going? Okay. God Christ, just get me to this fucking... Yeah, I'll save, yeah. Yeah. I can't believe we survived a Golden Saint attack. The awkwardness in the atmosphere is thicker than the fog from the low draw distance. It didn't have to be this way.
Hey, wait for me.
I know, lady, I know. Should I talk to the wise woman? Maybe I should talk to the wise woman. I feel like maybe I should talk to the wise woman. Wise women are pretty wise. Come here, lady. If that was Gold Saint attack, that'd be a wild mod. Council, Telvani. Okay, so I'd just take this lady to her new hubby. My name is Borat, and I am #1 there. Yes, yes, Sarah. Yes, we are here safely, and this fine man needs to be my bridegroom. He is very distinguished looking, isn't he? A bit severe, perhaps, but the lines on his face there show that he likes to smile. Oh, Sarah. I think I will be very happy. Well, there you have it, chat. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind says that this former slave turned arranged male bride is going to be very happy. So we're the hero. We're the good guy. We did the right thing. Ugh. Yep, we're the good guy. It's great, everyone's happy, and there's nothing questionable about what we did.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
She's right here. She's right here. She's right here. This is my new bride. I'm very pleased with the gift, Bubsy, though she is not so generous in the hip. Oh, for fuck's sake. I promised to make her a happy bride and to do her honor as Highborn Telvanni lady, and as I've said, I'll now name you Zainab Neravarine, war leader of the Zainab and protector of the people. I must also give you the Zainab... I must also give you the Zainab thong, an enchanted heirloom of the tribe, which will be assigned all Dunmer the Zainab and name you Neravarine. Okay. 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 Okay, show me this thong, thong. It detects animals? What? Is this really? Wait, where did it go? Is it it has to, okay. Oh, it's a necklace. Okay. I have never heard of a thong as a necklace, but I accept. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, look, we did it. We're done. We're Nerevarine. We're Hortator. We did it. We did the hat trick. Sometimes Morrowind's quest writing is like the most fucked up shit post. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. We did it, chat. We did it. We went into the bowels and we came out soiled on the other side. We did it. All right. I need to get to the place. All right, so we gotta head back to the Urshalaku camp. I've been named Nerevarine by all 4 tribes of the Vardenfell, Ashlanders, Ursulaku, Ahamusa, Zainab, and Arabenisum. With the 7 visions and 7 trials of the incarnate, I've now fulfilled the 5th trial. And I believe we also... Yes, been named Hortor of the House Telvanni. Yeah, and we've been named Hortor. So we've finished the 4th and 5th trials. Thong is a form of neckband, usually holding something on it. Okay, cool. Heard that exactly once. I just like the idea of your characters wearing a leather thong and when you cast Detect Animals, all it happens is a pair of thumbs point at you saying, this guy, right? Oh, good evening, man. Manic, I commend you. You have joined the stream at exactly the right time. We just finished that garbage quest. It's over. It's done. We are Hortor, we are Nerevarine. The 4th and 5th prophecies have been fulfilled. Now we can get on with our lives with 100% less sex trafficking. So, well done, my friend. On to new garbage quests. We helped free that lady from slavery, connect her with her true love. We're the good guys. I just got back. It went great. Went off without a hitch. Honestly. And now we're gonna practice some long blade to celebrate. I can't chop open the face of the guy who forced us to sex traffic, but I can chop open the faces of everything else on the way. And to be fair, they want me dead. That guy actually likes me. How many prophecies are there? 7. Although, if I remember correctly, the 7 prophecies basically describe the rest of the game. I think I know what... I think I remember what 6 is. And then 7 is basically beat the game. Oh, this guy's following me. First prophecy is get bored and not even you can fuck that up. Oh, cool. It's another golden saint. Nice shield. Idiot. I'm not even that good with this sword, and I 3-shot her. Ebony longsword, dragon scale tower shield. I mean, I'm gonna steal your heart. I do that a lot. Slip through a scroll, divine revenge. I said, wait 5 minutes, then read this. No, look, guys. According to Bethesda, she is happy where she is. She is happy as a semi-liberated clam. What's next on the agenda? We head back to the Ursulaku camp. Because the wise woman there is basically our primary guide on the journey of the Nerevarine. She'll fill us in on the 6th and possibly 7th prophecies all at once. Give this game credit in regards to the sex trafficking quest because pathologically way into the sex trafficking. I mean, I feel like you almost have to give Pathologic a little extra breathing room because it is Slavic as all hell. In my head canon, she murders her new husband shortly after you leave and becomes a free woman. Or maybe she becomes the new Ashkan. Maybe she... Because remember, this was the wise woman's idea. This was all the wise woman's plan. The Ashkan doesn't know that we grabbed a slave and trained and dressed her up to look like what she wanted. Look like what he wanted. So maybe this is all part of a greater plot by their wise woman to overthrow him or something. And I mean, I'd be cool with that because he's the asshole that put us on this quest in the first place. So this is Zerganopal. We don't want to go to Zerganopal. We want to go... Oh my god, we're like all the way over there. Ugh. Oh, it's fine. Everything's fine. We'll follow the coast. I haven't really followed the coast, but we can follow the coast. We are, for anyone unfamiliar with this game, for anyone potentially confused, we are endgame now. This is absolutely endgame. The whole Hortator Nerevarine sequence is probably the longest part of the main quest, and we're done. We did it. And Wise Woman becomes the power behind the throne. Like, that would actually be pretty cool. Like, we end up freeing. See, that would have been a wonderful little follow-up to this whole quest sequence. Yeah, we free this woman from slavery. We set her up in arranged marriage, but she plots with the wise woman, who, I mean, that Ashcan was a pretty bad dude as far as we know. He was pretty brutal and conniving, as far as we know. So, for them to work together and bring a new power structure to the Zainab people would honestly be pretty cool. Redwood Stronghold is a quest where your guards want wives, so you can either sweet talk some locals and following you back, purchase slaves, or arrange for the Underground Railroad, send an escape. Oh my god! Wow, I actually did the Redoran Stronghold one. I guess I didn't do the quest, because I have no memory of that. And I'm sticking to that story, because I don't want to believe I ever did that quest. I'm off the phones come middle of January. I spend months simulation testing the new digital dashboard processes. I'm not talking to entitled people. Dude, that's awesome. I am very happy for you. That's right, light armor is still something that I wear. It's still a thing that I do. Dun, 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 dun. Someone who does customer service for entitled assholes, I envy you. Yeah, that sounds wonderful, honestly. I'm very thankful that my career put me in a place where I don't have to talk to our customer base. I'm sure in some capacities it could be fun, but that's not what I seek to do. Definitely not. Just give me some words to edit and I'll be good, I promise. Aha! Oh, I've heard some stories, Eva. I've heard the stories. We had to eventually graduate from phone tech support to backend stuff. Customers are the worst. The issue, of course, and I mean, like, certainly some customers are worse than others, but I think the great unifying factor of the public, of consumers, is that people know when they don't like something, but they often can't articulate why they don't like something. And for a lot of people, especially these days, especially for Americans, that inability to describe the issue just turns into blind, ignorant rage. And yes, also very ignorant of the industry a lot of the time. If you ever have any doubt of that, every single day that goes by, there's a new garbage take from some idiot gamer on Twitter about what would make the industry better. And it's always just the worst idea possible. It is always just garbage. Not sure we now qualify this statement with of the industry. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. We don't, because it's certainly not localized to the gaming industry either. What make the industry better is complimentary crab. Is there anything that complimentary crab cakes wouldn't improve in some way though? Like that just seems like such a cop-out answer, such a cheat. It's the easy way out, Negritep. Nibadi, guess what? I am the Nerevarine. You've been named Nerevarine by the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. You fulfilled that part of the prophecy. Ursulaku, I'm great. I'm so cool. I am the Hortator of House Lau. I'm the Redoran Hortator. Wait, what? What happened with Redoran? We talked to wait. We talked to that guy. Hang on. I never talked to Aethid Serethi after killing Bolvin Venom. Fuck. Oh god, I forgot to go back to Ald'ruun. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. All right. I got this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, you fucks. Yeah. Exactly, Shen. Shen knows what's up. We are going to mark right here. Eventually. All right. Second try, I will accept that. Divine intervention will either take us to Nisus or Fort Buckmouth. It took us to Nisus. That's fine. Close enough. I'll take it. I accept. The fuck is landfish? It's god. Swift swim for 1 point on self. It's basically a useless swift swim spell that I can use to practice alteration. It's your punishment for sex trafficking? Yeah, I accept. Fine. It's fine. It ends up costing us an extra, I don't know, like 5 minutes. And 17 drakes. But on the bright side, we did get to practice some magic that we wouldn't practice otherwise. Time to restart. Quest ruined, time to restart. All right, ready for Bubsy 2, everybody? Wake up. You're having a nightmare. What's your name? Quiet. Here comes the god. Bad ending locked in. 100% no mistakes run.
What is it?
All right, chat, if you never want me to ever finish a game ever again, we can do it. We found a way. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, Nergatep. Appreciate that. Hortator. Council of House Redoran is in agreement. You're the Hortator of House Redoran. I hope you're successful in persuading the rest of Morrowind to unite against Dagoth. Hey, guess what I've been doing this whole time? Holy shit. Oh my god, I just got so much shit updated. Just fucking Christ, I get here, the first thing I hear is Oddish asking if we're ready for Bubsy 2. I fucked this playthrough up, Chaos. I didn't go back to Aethid Serethi after killing that House Redoran asshole. So I wasn't made Redoran Hortator. And it is an irredeemable mistake and we have to start this playthrough over again. On behalf of the House and Council, take the Ring of the Hortator, a token of your office. By this ring, others shall know you as our chosen champion. I also have a sealed package for you. I do not know what it contains, but I received it from contact in the highest ranks of the temple. My guess it has something to do with the temple's position or claim to fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. And here's a copy of a recent public notice identifying you as an Imperial agent. I am satisfied with your sincerity, but I warn you that others may not be, so understand. Oddish walk of shame will commence after stream. Alright. Alright, named Hortator. Gave me the ring. Named Hortator of all 3 great houses. I fulfilled the 4th trial. Okay, that was the entry I was missing. What is this ring? How great is it? The ring, it should be called Ring of the Hortator or something. Here it is. Fortify. Oh my god. Y'all, this is an embarrassment. Playing dirty now is basically telling people you're Imperial spy. I should just run around in Dark Brotherhood shit for the rest of the game. Just to piss them off more. Where's that notice? Public notice, maybe? Well, beloved people of Morrowind, take heed, take warning. The outlaw named Bubsy stated trade of Bubsy. Lately called Incarnate, Nerevarine now is shown to the investigating ordinators and magistrates of the district to be an agent in pay of Imperial Intelligence Service. His outlaw's claims are false. The prophecies this outlaw cites are discredited. This dishonest character and base purposes of this outlaw in perpetrating this hoax are now made clear to all observers. Bubsy is sought for various crimes by ordinators and town guards. Report all encounters with this outlaw to the proper authorities. You see this outlaw in public, give the alarm. Published by the authority of the Temple of the Order of the Watch, Magistrates of Vardenfell District, under the signature and authority of Grandmaster Beryl Sala, Captain of the Watch. Hear and heed, or just, you know, fuck off. Alright, recall. Bye. I said bye. Also participated in human trafficking. But who, I mean, who in Vardenfell hasn't participated in a little human trafficking now and then? This is a treat. I did it. I've named Nerevarine. I am the horde. Yeah. All 3 great houses fulfilled the 4th trial of the 7 visions. All right. The 7 trials. All right. 5th trial. 6th trial. He honors blood of the tribe unmourned. He eats their sin and is reborn. 7th trial's mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, redeems the mad. 1 destiny speaks the law for all people, who speaks the land and the names of grape. All right. So I think we need to talk about the 6th trial then. I was blind, but Azura's stars guided me through my dreams. Vivek's high priest, Sarioni, has asked to see you when you are Hortator and Nerevarine. Go to him and demand to speak with the false god Vivek. Vivek has tried to keep Kagranak's tools secret, but you'll need these tools when you stand before Dagoth Ur. Get Kagranak's tools from Vivek. They are the keys to the riddle of the 6th and 7th trials. Okay. So,
I see this land suits you. We welcome you freely, Outlander.
all right, our next job is to go to Vivek, not the city, the person. So, yeah. Time to get your hands on a tool. So we're basically just gonna make the same. I think what I'm gonna do actually, I think we're gonna do a little road trip. Excuse me, chat. Sell the emblem of the war leader, the Dunmer people, the fucking share house Satan meme. We should do that, shouldn't we? All right.
Where would you like to go?
Take me to... Wow, I could actually go all the way to Satanim, but I won't. I'm gonna go to Aldrune again. And then from Aldrune, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna hoof it. We're gonna head... Excuse me. We're gonna head south. I'm gonna go past Caldera. I'm sorry, who the hell are you? What are you doing out here? You there? Yes, you have an... Oh, this doesn't do... This never ends well. Need an escort. Need an escort to Ghost Gate Shrine. Need to be there in 2 days' time. I'll use it. I don't have time for this bullshit. I don't care. I have better things to do than this. I should tell you, Lawless Fog has always messed with your orienteering in this game. I have to wonder if that's kind of by design. I mean, honestly, I suppose it does for me as well, because I mostly do my navigate... Like, you can see where my eyes are looking on the screen. I mostly do my orienteering by the minimap. And I've kind of always done it that way. You ever wonder why I do so much off-roading in this game? It's why, really. God, these guys are annoying. As if everyone orienteer is based on landmarks in Oblivion or Skyrim. You know, it's a good point. As much as I enjoy the world of Morrowind, it's not really set up very well for the kind of orienteering that they want players to do, you know? Without quest markers, without map markers to tell people specifically where to go, they want people following signs and landmarks and stuff to find places, but it's honestly just not a very good game for that. Yeah, just follow the arrow, it'll take you there. Anyway, we're gonna pay Creeper a visit, because I'm sure I got something to foist upon him. Don't want to work, just want to bang on my drum. What's a scamp got to do? All right, I think the Tonto... Yeah, the Tontos are just straight better than the... Here, have a Daedric Dagger. I don't want it. Or actually, I happen to have an ebony staff you can take, so... by the way, do you have any... Did I sell you? I did sell you Cyrodiilic Brandy. Perfect. Perfection. There we go. I think I actually have all the brandy I need now, right? Yeah, I have 5 Cyrodiilic Brandies. I have a bunch of Marshmallow. Actually, if we go back to Ebonheart, I can knock off like 3 different cult quests all at once. I think we've all been Creeper at one point or another in our lives. Wait, that sounds terrible. Pawnbroker. Just the kind of person that I need. But first, I want you to like me a lot. Like a lot, a lot. No, like a lot. Like a lot. Do you know what a lot means, you dumb piece of shit? There we go, that's a lot. Dude has 500 gold. Let's see, what are these priceless heirlooms of the horse store? Ring of the Hortator, sold! Alright. Just in case. I sold the ring to this guy. Is that how adults make friends? Basically, yeah. That's the short version. The roads aren't all that easy to follow sometimes. After all, a lot of times the roads are just slightly different shade from the ground around. I tell you what, if they didn't have such aggressive like N64 fogging in this game, you would be able to see like 3 different road signs from each individual road sign. Like, road signs are used like fucking traffic cones in this game. It's hilarious. They just put so many in here. You know, I don't even want to sell you anything. I don't care.
Oh, friend, how about a potion today?
How about not? I was about to say, you do have an enchanter here, right? 1,050. Nice. Nice. Let's see. I actually want to save that. I actually really kind of want to save that. I don't even know why I'm keeping all of these. I don't need that. I like Caius' stuff. I don't need that though. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need extravagant shit. I need exquisite shit. Portled's robe. Yeah, let's toss that. Give me more cash for that. The robe of the Hortator. Will you take 250 for it? 251. He doesn't want the robe. He doesn't want the robe of the Hortator for 250 septims. That got my mercantile skill up. God. We're just the worst. Oh, I forgot about Sheograth's signet ring, which is somehow worth 30,000. I do like that Marin amulet. You got what, 300 left? So get rid of a god, of course, is expensive. Well, what if it's a shitty god? Alright, works for me. Anyway, send my ass
Please, go ahead.
back to Balmora. Some dude had a genuine signet ring of Thor, you'd probably pay a pretty penny for it.
What was that?
How do you know it's genuine, though? How do you know it's genuine? This one in particular. Where is it? Sheograth. Sheograth's signet ring. It drains your willpower and fortifies your personality. So, okay, let's look at this in realistic human terms. What would that do to a person? Putting it on. It would make them a little more charismatic, and it would make them a little more prone to persuasion, right? That's it. Still have Chris Hemsworth's finger. I mean, honestly, stealing a ring off Chris Hemsworth's finger is gonna make it pretty valuable in its own right. It doesn't need to be a fucking Zeus or whatever. Make a charismatic dumbass like you. Ring of the Oddish. Signet Ring of Oddish. I didn't realize I and Sheograth had so much in common. Alright, let's attend to our collection of junk. Daedric Dagger, doink. Daedric Katana, doink. Yet another glass. I keep collecting these things. I don't mean to. Do I even... Wait, why do I have a glass fire sword? Oh, adamantium jink blade of wounds. I should actually keep that. That's good shit. Dagger of suck. They're so light they don't matter. That's fine. Soul slurper we'll keep. Neck pincher we'll keep. Steel blade of heaven. All this is fine. All this is good. But all this stuff is really light. Oh yeah, mountain spirit I wanted to drop because it's really heavy. That's what I wanted. And then this is all Dark Brotherhood stuff's kind of heavy, but I also kind of don't care enough to really shove it around in my inventory. I mean, I got 150 pounds worth of threshold here. It's fine. You mind 10 stat points is a lot. It's 10th of your maximum, that stat. So it would definitely make somebody noticeably more charismatic and noticeably more susceptible to persuasion. Like, suspiciously so. Even so. I feel like it'd be I feel like it'd be a real tough sale to get people to believe that some dark god had influenced them. Oh, I want to do a thing. This is an S card. We need to take enough junk to sell. So I can get some. Okay, that's a Daedric. That's a Daedric katana. That's a Daedric katana. I have many Daedric katanas. They're worth 50,000. Poor old dragon bone cuirass. Ah, yes, the 10-pace boots. That I can never use. How tragic. Actually, I should keep the unique artifacts like that. I'm probably gonna regret having sold one of them, but we'll sell a Daedric katana. I think just one should be. And I'll take a glass halberd just in case. Fine. Comes with a certificate of authenticity. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a new enchanted thing. I have not used the star yet.
Yes, sir.
Before I call this playthrough done, we are going to use the star. But no spoilers. I can't use the star yet. I haven't used the star, right? I didn't accidentally seal it. No, I haven't accidentally sealed anything in Azura's star yet.
An honor, to be sure.
Send my ass to Viv Ek. I thought that what made the star special was a reusable soul gem. I do not believe it is reusable. The process of making Daedric stuff involves torturing Daedra. Seems pretty unethical to use, really. I mean, considering how demonic Daedric stuff looks, doesn't surprise me. All right, look at all this shit she has, dude. Look at all this crazy shit I've sold to this woman. Oh, it's so funny. And we're gonna do it again too. She's gonna be the proud owner of a new Daedric katana. Because actually I should save before I do this. All right, let's get with this Daedric Daikatana. I'm not gonna use a Golden Saint because it doesn't need to be a permanent effect. I'll stick a Dagoth Reller in it. And we're gonna give it a shock effect. How big can we make the magnitude here? Let's do a nice even 40 points, I think. Hey, piss her off, she kills it. Daedric Katana, and they're like, bullshit, how'd you get Daedric Katana? Oh, God. Alright, chat, what do you want to call a Daedric Daikatana that does a fuckload of shock damage? I think I remember from last time. Super, oh my god, Super Fry. That is fucking inspired. Oh, that's so good. That depressed cat, you deserve a medal for that one. I did it. It am created. I actually I want to make some other stuff while we're here. Because I got a couple of these exquisite rings. Can I lesser this? No, I can't. Can I common this? I could do common. I think I'll do Ogrim for Mark, because I don't need to... That's expensive, too. What do you want to call a ring that just marks you? There's a super obvious joke here that I'm wondering if anybody's gonna get. For meme lords such as us. There it is! Aral Nabor got it. Yeah, now we're gonna make the one that recalls us. And we'll use the Dremora. We'll use the greater one for this. I should have done the... On the one hand, I feel like I should have done this ages ago. On the other hand, it's so fucking expensive. It's like, whatever. Call the recall ring nice doggy. Okay. Never gonna remember I did this either. I'm gonna be looking through here trying to figure out, like, what the fuck did I call those rings? How do I get out of here? Chat, what did we do? What's wrong with me? Can I have all my gold back? Oh my god, I can! How's that expensive? What did you do? I don't know. I don't know. It's cast when used recall on self. Yeah, I have no idea. But it cost me 20,000 septims to make each of these rings. She saw what you name the rings, increase the prices dealing with customers' bullshit tax. Oh god, alright. Alright, there we go. I actually need to switch this out because I think it forgot. Yeah, there we go. That's the correct weapon. Alright, great. Now, get the fuck out of my way. Thank you. I don't know what. I don't know anything. Ric Flair's Robes of Woo. Yeah. It's... because it fortifies strength. I made a little weenie fortify strength robe. Whee! Don't talk to me. I forget, who are we actually supposed to talk to? I've decided not to escort Viatrix Petilia to Ghostgate. No amount of money is enough to spend any extended period of time with this woman. Oh, God. All right, so I need to go Vivek's High Priest, Saryoni. I think I remember where Saryoni is. I think. Please tell me to make a fortified endurance item we can call Viagra. Ooh, we should do that next, actually. I need to figure out what's left to enchant. My shirt is the Night Eye one. My pants is the Chameleon one. The robe is Fortify Strength. Belt is Restore Fatigue. Amulet is Restore Health. I made rings. The rings I have are Fortify Stats. My gauntlets Fortify Stats. I guess my armor, but you really cannot get much in the way of permanent enchants on... like on glass armor pieces. I suppose if we graduated up to like heavy armor, if we did like ebony or daedric, I might be able to do some pretty heavy duty enchants on those. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know where you go to get daedric armor. All we've seen is the mask. I think the only daedric armor we've seen is the mask, the shield. I think we had the bracers and sold them. And then I think I've seen the greaves with one of the Hlau counselors. The atmosphere killer? No, that's the shirt, the high beams. We have a permanent 60 points of night eye on ourselves. That did happen. Supposedly there's a permanent night eye item in the game somewhere, but I don't know where it is, and I never found it, and I got tired of waiting to find it. And there's been a precipitous decline in people complaining about not being able to see shit in the game, so I'd say it was worth it. Okay, we're not going in there. We gotta find Sarioni. And I don't remember where they are. Probably inside the temple. Still complaining whether I can see shit or not. Just to not rock the boat. Too bright, yeah, too bright. Atmosphere is ruined. Actually, I've gotten really used to it. I don't like the night eye effect in this game. I find it very obnoxious. But I've been playing with it for so long at this point that I just don't use it anymore. You're not Sarioni. You're also not Sarioni.
I haven't much time.
Am I looking for work? Yes, this is the Nerevarine, and I'm looking for work. Where the fuck is Sarioni? I'm looking for someone in particular. That's not at all helpful. Not even remotely. Greetings, Bubs. I need someone to deliver my apologies for me. I look like you have a way with words. I was rather drunk last night when I ran into Trebonius Artorius, that arrogant fool. It seems the drink took over my tongue. I call him a flat. Now I have a horrid rash. No matter what I do, no matter how many potions or spells I use, it won't go away. I've tried everything. Give my most sincere apologies. I'll pay you 50 gold for your trouble. Sure, why not? I'm never doing this. Take this book to him and tell him I'm truly sorry. I don't give it. Dude, fuck you. I don't care. Alright, I don't think Sarioni... Will you tell me where... I don't fucking care what you think about me. I don't care about your tiny, idiot-brained opinions. Where the fuck is Sarioni? I have one question and one question alone. And if you cannot answer it, you are dead to me. Canon offices. Canon offices? You're not Sarioni.
Quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Shut the fuck up.
Watch yourself. We'll have no trouble.
I could kill every single one of you people. I'm glad that Bubsies get along with. Yes, yeah. Because we are truly the Nerevarine, the man of the people. I don't know why I'm talking, you idiots. It's obviously not any of you. Not the canon offices, not the canon quarters. Sarioni in the library.
Watch, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Again, I really just do not give a fuck what you think in any capacity whatsoever. Hall of Wisdom is like the biggest misnomer. All right, hang on. Damn. Does anybody happen to know offhand where this fucking person is?
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need? Let's not make this.
He's in the temple.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Like when you say in the temple, do you mean this temple or? Oh, CV. Okay. I don't know how to cast that. I don't have anything that does CV. In fact, do I? Okay. Glad your illness didn't affect the clown show that much. I mean, why would it really? Like, it's not this person. Did you want to... Oh, why did I fucking talk to this person? The Archcanon is in his private quarters and very much wishes to speak with you, but I'm to warn you, avoid confrontation with the Ordinators at all costs. Archcanon spoke with the High Fane Ordinators, but if you're a wanted criminal, they may try to arrest you. If the blood of the faithful servants of the temple spill, make reconciliation all that more difficult. Private quarters in the southern half of the East Chapel of the High Fane. Okay, southern, southeast corner. Okay, cool. Why does that person... Why is that person just expecting Ordinators to attack me on sight? I don't think they're in the underworks.
My time is precious.
Oh
so
my
make
god,
it
just
quick.
get the fuck... Yeah. Southern East High... Not here. Not the Hall of Wisdom.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I'm trying and you're in my way. Ah! Ah! Oh, the high Fane. Okay, well, it doesn't matter now because we're just kind of fucking stuck forever. Oh, okay, I just live in the ceiling now. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I know, lady. I know. Interestingly, it seems like the game is trying to wedge me out of here. Cats always get a high place when they can't get down. I just didn't mind the Lammer track on the compass. They didn't Fallout 3 in later games. Trade on, it's you know how it is. You know how it is around here. Interestingly, if I jump, I can whoop around in the ceiling a bit. Come on, come on, come on. It's fine. It's great. This is fine. Type RA. Doesn't be R. Okay. I don't think it's her. I think I'm stuck in the ceiling. Up, up. Oh, there we go. Easy peasy. Just had to go to third person mode. Oh, God. Okay, anyway. It's just... not here. Okay, where the fuck is... the High Fane?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
That goes to the library. That doesn't.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Okay. Oh, wait. I forgot there are doors up here. I totally forgot the High Fane was a thing. Not you. And probably not there.
I will listen, Outlander.
And not you. And not you. And maybe not you.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Y'all are so damn impatient. TCL would have gotten you on Sec 2, you'd have to do it and then do it again to turn it back off. Oh, is that like no clip mode or something? I do not seek to join the temple. Just fuck the temple, really. Is he, he's in here, isn't he? I might have to pick this when nobody's looking. I might have to pick this when everybody's looking. You. What are your glitches or canon to game lore? I mean, what exactly do you think marks me as the Nerevarine other than that? Funny that let you join the temple even as the Nerevarine. I mean, it really goes back to what we were saying about how everybody seems to be totally in on this Nerevarine thing because they can use it to their own advantage. Don't I have a chameleon spell? Didn't I, like, learn chameleon on something? I mean, I had to make that spell. To make the enchantment that I gave myself. Shadow form. Surprise! It's me!
Go ahead.
Thank you for coming, Bubsy. You know the temple's doctrine on the Nerevarine. Perhaps it's time to change that doctrine. Casting the chameleon spell will result in lots of karma. What? Oh, I get it. I get it. It's a timely pop culture reference. The temple must protect people from false doctrines, and your association with Imperial intelligence makes your motivations and integrity suspect. But you've been chosen Hortator and Nerevarine by the Dunmer people. Now we reach a crisis with Dagoth Ur. We can no longer defend the people against the awakened Sixth House. You and your prophecies may represent our last hope. Our situation is desperate, but I'd rather have you hear the details of our situation, the circumstances leading up to that situation from Lord Vivek himself. He has asked to see you. Would you agree to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say? Yes. Good. Here are 2 keys. One to the private back entrance to my quarters, the other to a locked entrance to Lord Vivek's palace. I regret that at present the Ordinaries are not completely under my control, so for now, I'll ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vivek is expecting. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps it'd be better not to keep him waiting. Yeah, like he's so fucking important. Old, forgive me. Yay, free spear skill. Yay, free armor skill. Yay, free light armor skill. That's actually practical. Alright. Let me go out here. Ah, I could have snuck up there and unlocked the door much more easily. Okay, whatever. This is Hall of Wisdom Hall. I don't want to fucking go to any of these places. Let me out! I'll let you join the temple as an Nerevarine. I'll let you join the Thieves Guild if you're high enough in the Fighters Guild. Vice versa. Alright, chat, here we go. We're gonna meet a living god. We're gonna see what this Vivek business is all about. Punch the god. And there he is. Just some floaty guy. He's very shiny. He reminds me of Gil from Street Fighter 3. The whole dual like bicolored demigod thing. Also mostly naked. I expected you. We have business, you and I bet we do. I just said use 2 different colors of metallic body paint. When I was young like you, I was very impatient, so I'll keep our business short. Then later there may be time for other things. First, I propose to remove my curse upon the Nerevarine, end the persecution of the dissident priest, and proclaim to all Morrowind that Bubsy is the incarnate and Nerevarine, the prophesied savior of Morrowind and the last hope to withstand the menace of Dagoth in the 6th house. These things I will do, whether you wish it or not. Can't argue with that, I suppose. Next, I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Dagoth. You may choose to refuse. I will not compel you. You will receive the power as a gift in the form of an artifact called Wraithguard. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath, then keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Wraithguard as a gift? I like this. Yes, I accept. No, I refuse. Maybe. Yeah, it depends. I accept. Good. Sensible of you. And now, will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits visible and invisible, before my honor and your honor, to dedicate yourself in Wraithguard to defeat and destruction of Dagoth and the preservation of Morrowind and its people? Sure. Not very sensible, but very good. I was hoping for someone who would have no hesitations about making such an oath. You'll now have a brief momentary sensation of time passing. Don't be alarmed. You're being taken out of time in order to avoid the unpleasant experience of learning how to use Wraithguard. It will be over before... There's a brief sensation of motion, total darkness, floating, but without a sense of weight or direction. You know it. Now I'll notify the temple that you are our champion. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priests, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. We have time for questions if you like, or you may leave as you wish, but I think there are at least 2 things you ought to know before you leave. How to use Wraithguard and how to defeat Dagoth. Well, talk, buddy. Fun fact, Gil was 2-colored because Capcom wanted to show off they weren't just copy-pasting sprites from the boss was fixing after. That's really funny. To defeat Dagoth, go to Red Mountain to recover the artifact Hammer Sunder from Gate Citadel Vemnel. Then recover the artifact Blade Keening from Gate Citadel Odrasel. Then proceed with Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keening to the Citadel of Dagoth. Within the Citadel, find the Heart of Lorcan. Use the 3 artifacts to sever Dagoth's connection to the heart, and he will be destroyed, and the blight ended on Morrowind. To destroy Dagoth, you must sever his connection with the Heart of Lorcan. To do this, strike the heart with the artifact Hammer Sunder once, then strike the heart more than once with the artifact Blade Keening. You must wear Wraithguard because you cannot handle either Sunder or Keening unless you are wearing Wraithguard. That is the short, simple explanation. Here is the long, detailed explanation written down for your convenience. Read it, study it, commit it to memory. Plan to defeat Dagoth has been added to your inventory. I love that. In my library, I've made available 2 conflicting accounts of the events of Red Mountain. My own true account and another false account common among the Ashlanders and preserved in the Apocrypha. I don't care whether you believe my account or not. I leave it up to you to judge which is true. I want your trust and willing cooperation, so I've had the priest make copies of a number of documents. They're here for you to read or take with you. Take a look at them. Help yourself. Business. Actually, I believe we finished our business. I will notify the temple you are a champion. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priests. I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. Now you're my guest. I'm your host, and we have time for explanations, or counsel, or questions, or bitter recriminations if you like. Or you may leave if you wish, as you wish. But I think before you leave, you should... Yeah. Explanations. You want to know, why did I wage war on the Nerevarine? Why did I try to suppress the Apocrypha? Why did I persecute the dissident priest? Why is Dagoth winning the war? How does the tribunal fight Dagoth? What are Wraithguard's powers? Yes, I want to... I want to know all these things. Also, he packed you a lunch. Why did I try to kill you? Because you threatened the faith of my followers, and I needed their faith to hold back the darkness. And I thought you were my enemy, a pawn of the subtle Daedra Lord Azura. or pawn of the Emperor Uriel Septim, or a simple fraud, perhaps a hero, but not much of one if my faithful could destroy you. Now, circumstances are altered. I need you, and you need me. Why did I suppress the Apocrypha? Because it was such an unfortunate mixture of truth, falsehood, and speculation that I couldn't afford to manage the confused reaction of our faithful. Any doubt whatsoever weakened their faith, and we needed their faith to give us power to maintain the ghost fence. In retrospect, perhaps we lost the faith of those we most needed while preserving the faith of the meek and indifferent. Perhaps a mistake was made. Who can say? I also just realized he has such a gormless look on his face right now because of when I clicked on him. Suppression and persecution of dissent is just one of the standard tools of statecraft. I believe we erred in trusting the judgment of Beryl Sala. He and his ordinators served valiantly in the war against Dagathur. We mistook his misplaced zeal for energy and dedication. Mistakes were made, but no more. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priest, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. Speaking of Dagathur, Dagathur is a former Lord High Counselor of House Dagoth. He was of Lord Nerevar's generation, older than we, and a mighty sorcerer and enchanted in life. In his sustained shadow immortality, appears to be highly intelligent, severely deluded, immortal monster with unparalleled supernatural abilities. He appears by turns lucid and deranged, compassionate and bestial, profoundly wise and profoundly disordered. In short, he is a mad god. This dude, maybe I fucked up. However, because it's me, we'll never know. Why? Dagathur, I will ask you about Dagathur winning. Stay winning, buddy. Dagathur is winning because he is close to the source of power, Lorkhan's heart, and because he retains the passion of madness, while we have settled into the lonely and unrewarding posture of dogged dutifulness and perseverance. And finally, perhaps because he is stronger and smarter than we are, and his followers are more fervent and fanatical. I believe we were careless and complacent and outwitted, and in the matter of denying the Nerevarine, we were foolish. I will say, for a demigod, like, Vivek is surprisingly forthcoming about all of this stuff, including up to and including his own failing. Like, obviously he's not taking full responsibility, and he's not copping to like all the accusations that have been leveled against him in the past, but he's not playing all hoity-toity supreme being either. How does the Tribunal fight Dagathur? In the past, the Tribunal made seasonal campaigns to Red Mountain. We slew Dagathur and his kin, though the heart always revived them in time. Later, when we realized we couldn't destroy them, we created the Ghost Fence to contain the threat. These solutions were effective until Dagathur ambushed us and captured Sunder and Keening. Since that time, our fortunes have waned as his increased. So this is actually a new wrinkle to the story. I don't believe this has come up before, that Dagathur actually recaptured Sunder and Keening from the Tribunal, which prevented them from launching any further campaigns to weaken or incapacitate him. Which is why we have to retrieve them from inside the Ghost Fence. What are Wraithguard's powers? Wraithguard's primary function is to protect the wearer from the fatal energies of the artifacts Sunder and Keening. It also has minor protective enchantments and has physical and magical damage you may find useful. Are we doing until done with the main quest? I don't believe so. I think if I pushed it, I could finish the main quest tonight, or I could hang out and talk to Vivek and read the books in his sanctum, and then maybe pop over to Ebonheart and do some fucking Imperial cult quests, because I got them all. And then we'll do the march up to Red Mountain tomorrow night. Council. Oh my god, so many topics. Did Papa Zava try to kill Vivek such as so I guess how OP he was? I was planning on doing that. You need to know, where is Dagathur? What are Dagathur's plans? Who are Dagathur's servants? Who is Dagathur? What are Dagathur's powers? What is known about Dagathur's defenses? How can I prepare for battle against Dagathur? Who can help? Where is he? Dagathur has never ventured out of the Heart Chamber, the place under Red Mountain where the heart of Lorkhan lies. It is there or nearby that he is constructing a new god, Akulakan, also known as Second Numidian. We'll be doing the DLC after the main quest. Yes. We'll be doing Tribunal and Blood Moon. We know nothing for sure, but we have learned much from interrogating Sixth House cultists and victims of dream compulsions, and from our study of Dagothur's actions. The temple scholars and inquisitors have prepared a document, Dagothur's plans, that summarizes what we know or suspect. Take this copy. It is available in my library. Yes, if you want to explain the Numidium, go ahead, because I have no fucking clue what that is. What is Dagothur's favorite food? Where does Dagothur send his dry cleaning? If Dagothur was a hot dog, would he eat himself? Chief among his servants are his 7 brothers, the Ash Vampires, powerful heart wights and cunning sorcerers of old. These creatures appear to die, but always are revived at the heart. Somehow Dagothur has conferred some portion of his immortality upon them, or perhaps they sustain themselves. Wait. Question that I don't think I can ask Vivek. So, Dagothur's brothers, are they the ones, are they like the named Ascended Sleepers, like Dagoth, well, they're like the named Ascended Sleepers, right? I think we killed one of those, if I remember correctly, or maybe not. I don't, besides the point. If you soul trap one of these people, would they still come back? I assume they would. I don't know how exactly that would work mechanically, but surely someone at some point, either in the tribunal or part of their forces or whatever, has tried to soul trap one of these motherfuckers, because it's not exactly hard to get a hold of the Grand Soul Gem and a Figgy's Scroll of Soul Lock, or whatever the fuck it's called. The Numidium, to put it shortly, is a ridiculously OP mecha created by the Dwemer, powered by the heart of a dead god. The Numidium has the power to essentially dream things in and out of existence. Remember the whole Daggerfall and every ending is canon via reality warping? That was the Numidium doing it? Yes. And short version, because I think y'all can probably put this together. Like, Vivek has basically said as much. Dagoth is trying to build a giant mecha god out of the fallen heart of a dead god. And that's what we're gonna find under Red Mountain. And it's honestly really fucking cool. Top 10 date ideas recommended by Dagoth. Number 4 will shock you. Whoops, I clicked on where is Dagoth again? And I didn't mean to do that. I want to click on his powers. Dagoth's powers. He's able to send his mind into the dreams of susceptible victims across vast distances. The victims are either swayed by his compulsions or driven mad. He also seems nearly invulnerable to physical and magical harm. His flesh and the flesh of his followers evolves towards a mutable magical form. Dagoth in the highest ranks can control the distorted manifestations of their flesh. Lower ranks lose control of their bodies and become mindless corpus monsters. Soul Trap doesn't work if the souls are still human enough. You need black soul gems for that, I think. But I've captured 2, like, we just made, my Daedric Daikatana used the soul of Dagoth Garez, who I think, he wasn't an Ascended Sleeper. He was an Ash, I'm not sure it was an Ash Vampire, an Ash Zombie, or something. But I figure if he was human enough to be soul trapped, or if he wasn't human enough to be soul trapped, then like Dagoth brothers, they got to be even further along, right? Someone's building a Numidium. That's fucking terrifying. Yeah. What else did I ask about? Dagoth's defenses. Confirm the Ordinaire's and buoyant armigers garrison Ghostgate for the latest information of the defenses of the citadels of Dagoth and his heart white kin. Prepare for battle. Prepare for war. Beyond the Ghost Fence, there are no safe places, no allies. Stockpile resources, plan for retreat and replenishment. Quest for artifacts of power. I got plenty. I make my own. Who can help? Ordinaire's and buoyant armigers stationed to the Ghost Gate have the most practical knowledge and nightmare world of the nightmare world inside the Ghost Fence. Seek them in my name for counsel and aid. Did I get? Yes, I got explanations. That was business questions. You're curious what really happened at Wedwouten? What really happened to the Dweemer? What was the Dweemer's sin? What is it like to be a god? Do I remember being mortal? How do I feel about the people of Morrowind? This is adorable. All right, what really happened to Red Mountain? Oh yeah, conflicting accounts. What happened to the Dweemer? Jesus Christ. I have no idea what happened to the Dweemer. I have no sense of them in the timeless divine world outside of mortal time. And in fact, if I did believe they existed, I would be in no hurry to make contact with them. They may, with some justice, hold the Dunmer race responsible for their fate. My intuition is that they're gone forever, and that is perfectly fine with me. So not even our living god knows exactly what happened to the Dweemer. Numidium was gifted to Tiber Septim after conquered Tamriel, albeit without the whole Heart of a Dead God battery included. In Daggerfall, a bunch of peeps basically wanted to turn it on, use a conquered Daggerfall in various ways. Or the orcs just wanted to force themselves into being citizens of the Empire. When you get the key to it and activate, you basically cause every faction to win at once. And the Numidium vanished instantly after. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, Tradon, have a good one. Take it easy. What happened to the Dweemer will be explained when Todd Howard needs a fifth story on his house. Fifth story on his house. The Dweemer's sin. The sin of the Dweemer is the creation of a new god from the substance of a dead god, Lorcan. That is also the sin for which we destroyed Dagoth-Ur. I hesitate to call it sin. More properly, call it destructive evil. The sin of the tribunal, however, is in the breaking of an oath to Zura to forbear from tapping the heart with Kagranek's tools, and in the folly of seeking to become gods. Breaking the oath was evil. Becoming gods was folly. If we sinned, we have paid the price. That's interesting. That Vivek not only admits to the process that turned him into a living god, but sounds like he regrets it. Or if he doesn't regret it, he at least accepts the culpability of those actions. You can find out what happened to the Dreamer. The original Numidium, if you believe Coda to be canon, time warped itself to the distant future of time channel and started destroying everything. What's it like to be a god? It is like being a juggler. Things are always moving. You learn to know where they are without even thinking about it. Only there are many, many things moving. And sometimes, like any juggler, you drop something. I'm afraid it has become a lot more a matter of dropping things lately. There's too much to do and not enough time, and I'm losing my touch. Perhaps I'm growing old. It's a bit like being at once awake and asleep. Awake, I am here with you thinking and talking. Asleep, I am very, very busy. Perhaps for other gods, the completely immortal ones, is only like that being asleep, out of time. Me, I exist at once inside of time and outside of it. It's nice never being dead, too. When I die in the world of time, then I'm completely asleep. I'm very much aware that all I have to do is choose to wake, and I'm alive again. Many times I have very deliberately tried to wait patiently, a very long, long time before choosing to wake up. And no matter how long it feels like I wait, it always appears when I wake up that no time has passed at all. That is the God place, the place out of time where everything is always happening all at once. I really like this. I really, really like the writing for Vivek. It's interesting. It really reads like somebody who was mortal, became a god, has had a ton of time to roll it over in their head and get used to it, but still you get those you get the mortal failing in there. You can tell that he's not some like divine otherworldly being. He is a mortal who had that, well, who put that upon himself, and now on some level deeply regrets it. Do I remember being mortal? I remember. I do not feel it. I can, if I choose, remember the feeling, but I do not choose. It is very, very sad being mortal. There is happiness, yes, but mostly sadness. As I have said, count only the happy hours. For mortals, there are all too few, but for gods, for me, there is no more feeling, only knowing. He pauses. Not quite no more feeling. I still want to win. I want to defeat Dagoth-Ur. Perhaps I've lost the feeling for the people, for their suffering. I don't want that feeling. It is of no use to me. That is no longer what matters to me. I only want not to lose. To lose would be very, very bitter. Oh. So just like everybody else when they get old, he became a Republican. I love the people of Morrowind. I love democracy. I became a god to make their lives more comfortable and secure. I am most close to my faithful followers. I am literally in their hearts and minds. That's fucking scary. That is maybe the scariest thing he said so far. I feel the most sympathy with House Redoran. They are Dunmer driven by creeds and deeds, like I am. House Induril is closer to the compassion and sympathy of Almalexia, comfortable and secure serenity. House Telvanni matches the disposition of my brother Sothasil, iconoclastic, profane, unconventional. Nobody likes House Halau. House Halau represents the future of the Dunmer, integrated into the sophisticated mainstream of the traditionalist, raceless, godless culture of the Empire. House Drez represents the past of pre-tribunal great house culture, persistent tradition of Daedra, an ancestor-worshipping civilized Dunmer clans. And I even love the Ashlanders for their preservation of the most ancient barbarian tribal traditions of the Dunmer for a subtle pearl. Hey, I'm old, I'm very much not a Republican. I'm just saying statistically. I definitely don't think our generation or the generations that come after are gonna lean quite as conservative as the ones that came before. Just because of how poisoned the well is now. He does sound like an asshole, isn't he? Doesn't he? Isn't he? Doesn't he? Isn't he? I love those barbarians. Good old barbarians and barbarian ways. I think the only other thing I can ask him about is bitter recrimination. You want to chide me. Why did I murder Nerevar? Why did I break my oath to Zura not to use Kagranak's tools? Why did I cause others to suffer? All excellent questions, really. Let's start with why did you murder my precursor? We did not murder Nerevar. The legend that we murdered Nerevar comes from a story told by a shield companion to Nerevar, Alandra Sul, who lived among the Ashlanders. The Ashlanders have retained Alandra Sul's account as part of their oral histories. The account is persuasive in some details and plausible in others, and is in any case false. I have 2 accounts of Nerevar's death here in my library. Read them and judge for yourself. Why did you break your oath, though? Along with Lord Nerevar, at his insistence, Almalexia Sothasil and I swore before our god of oaths at the time, the Daedra Lord Azura, never to employ the tools of Kagranak for any purpose. We broke our oaths. We turned our backs on the old gods. I still see no compelling reason to worship any of the Aedra or Daedra. But for the respect I held for Nerevar and the respect I held for myself, I should never have betrayed my oath. Of all my life's actions, I most regret that failure. That's interesting. That's interesting. He really only regrets the breaking of the oath. Well, I think on a deeper level, Vivek regrets becoming a god. But here, in this, he has no care whatsoever for the Aedra or Daedra. He doesn't care about the very, very real gods of Tamriel. He's just upset with himself that he broke his oath. It's easy to say you regret doing a thing that made you a god when you're already a god. I really do get the sense from him that he wishes he wasn't a god. Like, I feel like he kind of talks his way around it, but I feel like his real regret is becoming a god. I mean, if that wasn't true on some level, he would not say of all my life's actions, I most regret breaking my oath, because the direct result of him breaking his oath was becoming a god. I just find it very interesting that to him, the actual existing old gods of the world just mean nothing to him. Main regrets having bonitis. He has to have that face forever now. I'd hate it too. Yeah, seriously. He can see forever, chat. Why did I cause others to suffer? I respect that question and you for it. Excuse me. Getting late. I have a cough going. I respect that question and you for it. The most I can say is, I did the best I could as I saw things. Can you, mortal, presume to judge the actions and motives? Yes! Why do they always say this? Yes! Because I need you and you need me, I'll make an accounting for my sins to you, but not now. Destroy Dagoth Ur and then we'll discuss my sins. And perhaps you'll have earned the right to judge me. Fuck off. Not even because he was mortal too. Like, what? I don't think anyone think anyone can really hold themselves above anyone else's judgment. Not realistically. I mean, you don't have to respect the judgment of others, and maybe he doesn't. But just the notion of, can a mortal presume to judge the actions of a god? Fucking yes. Can I judge the actions of somebody who has a direct and tangible effect on my life and well-being? Yeah, dipshit. What a stupid fucking thing to intone at all. Hey, we are god too. Use console commands to delete him. Yeah, I made myself a god because I judged Azura, but don't judge me. I'm different. He just built different like that. Okay, goodbye. We're done with this. All right, I'm gonna. He has some stuff I can read. Here we go. All right, we're not done reading yet, chat. We got the plan to defeat Dagoth Ur, the Battle of Red Mountain, Dagoth Ur's plans, and Nerevar at Red Mountain. Excuse me. We will read all of these in order. Do agree I have to point out the flaw in his logic to him? Yes, that would probably do a better job getting through to him than me. Not only can we judge your action, I think we're obligated to. Yeah, definitely. Motherfuckers be like, I'm a god, can you mortal really judge me for liking Sonic games? Alright, for the past 20 years, the Tribunal tried unsuccessfully to execute this plan. However, we failed because we were required to stage an assault and simultaneously maintain the ghost fence to prevent threatened large-scale breakout of Dagoth Ur's blighted host. With the Nerevarine leading the assault and the Tribunal free to devote their full energies and maintain the— okay, I'm sorry. They make this sound like some fucking Liberty Prime shit is gonna go down. No. I want you engrave these words upon your heart, chat, because they're gonna make what's gonna happen tomorrow night sound way cooler than it actually is, okay? Plan has a greater chance of success. Unfortunately, however, the loss of the artifact sundered Keening, and the recent increase in Dagoth Ur's strength posed new problems for the execution of the plan. Therefore, our proposed plan has the following 5 phases. So stupid. 1, a series of aggressive raids to scout inside the ghost fence. 2, a series of aggressive raids to neutralize Dagoth Ur's ash vampire kin and recover artifacts from the bodies of his kin. 3, an assault of Gate Citadel Vemnil to neutralize Dagoth Vemin and recover the artifact hammer Sunder. 4, an assault of Gate Citadel Odrasol to neutralize Dagoth Odros and recover the artifact Blade Keening. 5, an assault of Citadel Dagoth with the artifacts Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keening to sever Dagoth Ur's connection to the heart of Lorkhan and thus to destroy Dagoth Ur. Phase 1, raids inside the ghost fence. The Tribunal Ordinators and Buoyant Arbingers are familiar with the terrain and provide maps and current intelligence reports. The region inside the ghost fence is dangerous, and the Nerevarine will need to be familiar with those particular challenges. After measuring skills and resources against Dagoth Ur's defenses, the Nerevarine will know better how to pace a campaign. Alternating raids with improving skills, getting better equipment, and stockpiling resources. Okay, so they're basically outlining 5 things that we need to do. Oh, yes, no, Deep Thoughts got it. Deep Thoughts got it. You'll be carrying out steps 1 through 5. We'll be carrying out step 6, head to Winchester and wait for all of this to blow over. Yeah. So I'm supposed to do some aggressive raids as scout. I'm supposed to do a series of aggressive raids to kill some ash vampires. I'm supposed to raid Gate Citadel Vemnil. I'm supposed to raid Gate Citadel Odrasol. And I'm supposed to raid Citadel Dagoth. It's me, chat. It's all me. I'm the plan. I'm the big fucking plan. Phase 2 raised upon Ash Vampire Citadels. Dagothor's kin have become markedly more powerful in recent decades after remaining stable for thousands of years. They can be individually isolated and destroyed. They will not be able to support Dagothor in later stages of the war. It may also be that dramatic increase in their power comes from items enchanted by Dagothor. Salvage of such items might contribute to our resources. I can tell you right now, as static a game as Morrowind is, this first part doesn't fucking matter. If you don't kill these random Ash Vampires just dinking around in the Ghost Gate, they're never gonna bother you. Do they have some cool items? I don't know. Maybe. I don't even remember. Phase 3, Assault on Gate Citadel Vemnal. Essential to recover the artifact Hammer Sunder for Phase 5. The Ash Vampire Dagoth Vemin has possession of Sunder and probably seeks to discover the secrets of his enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Kagrenak that have survived in the Dwemer workshops of Vemnal. He may also be a giant dumbass and have grabbed onto it to see if he can wield it and killed himself. Because that's what Sunder does. It sucks the very life from whoever wields it if they don't have Wraithguard. Phase 4, Assault on Gate Citadel Ojasol. Essential to recover the artifact Blade Keening for Phase 5. The Ash Vampire Dagoth Ojasol. It's the same goddamn thing, you know this. Phase 5, Assault on Citadel Dagoth. All previous stages of preparations for this stage, recent expeditions. How is the scroll this long? We got to Phase 5 and like 40% of the way through it. Recent expeditions show the Citadel Dagoth has undergone extensive expansions. Location will need to be explored carefully. The known route to the Heart Chamber will be well defended. Alternative routes may exist. Dagothor will have anticipated or planned to destroy him by attacking the Heart, and he'll almost certainly personally approach to the Heart Chamber. Together, the Tribunal could not defeat him. He has grown stronger since then. Admittedly, the Tribunal is into the distraction of maintaining the Ghost Fence simultaneously with fighting Dagothor, but even so, the challenge seems daunting. This thing's a fucking CBS receipt. Those things are just monumental in scope, aren't they? What an evening to have a nasty cough, too. What a horrible evening to have a cough. The adoption of this phase campaign seems to offer the best chances for success. In retrospect, the Tribunal's decision to directly assault Citadel Dagoth rather than proceed step by step through lesser objectives must be seen to have been a serious error. The Tribunal did not feel it had the option of a slow-paced and deliberate campaign, given they had many other competing priorities, not the least of which was the maintenance of the Ghost Fence and the outer defenses surrounding Red Mountain. The Nerevarine, on the other hand, should be best served by a careful step-by-step advance with the... No, I don't think so. Employing Kagrenak's tools against Dagoth the source of Dagoth supernatural power is the Heart of Lorkhan. The Heart is also the source of the Tribunal's divine powers. During mythic times, the gods took and hid Lorkhan's heart beneath Red Mountain as a punishment for creating the mortal plane. The Dwemer discovered the heart while building underground colonies. High Craft Lord Kagrenak created enchanted tools intended to tap the power of the heart. The War of the First Council was fought to prevent this sacrilege. Kagrenak's use of these tools and the disappearance of the Dwemer race marked the end of the war. Kagrenak's tools were recovered by Lord Nerevar and Dagoth Dagoth was left to guard the tools, while Nerevar came to consult with us as advisors. In Nerevar's absence, Dagoth experimented with the tools upon the heart and was corrupted. We returned to discover a deranged Dagoth who refused to turn over the tools. When he attacked us, we drove him away. We left Red Mountain with the tools and subsequently sought the Sill, discovered their secrets. Collectively, we used the tools to establish a connection with the heart, enabling ourselves to transform our mortal natures. Thus, we became the Tribunal. Dagoth had survived our attacks, and without the tools in a manner not well understood, Dagoth also managed to establish a connection with the heart and to transform himself into an immortal being. So they are unclear exactly how Dagoth is connected to the heart presently. Our plan to destroy Dagoth also runs the risk of destroying the Tribunal. The plan is to permanently disrupt Kagrenak's enchantments upon the heart, severing connection with Dagoth and ourselves and rendering us all once again mortal. A mortal Dagoth may then be destroyed by mundane means. The loss of godhood and the possible death of the Tribunal are judged a necessary risk and sacrifice. That's actually kind of cool of them. How many demigods do you know would sacrifice their very existences to prevent an evil from destroying their land? They're usually bigger assholes than that. The normal procedure for establishing connection with the heart is a three-step process. The wearer of Wraithguard strikes the heart with the hammer Sunder, causing the heart to produce a pure tone. Then the wearer of the Wraithguard strikes the heart with the blade Keening, shattering the pure tone into a prism of tone shades. These tone shades are then imprinted upon the substance of the wearer of Wraithguard, giving him an immortal and divine nature. Wait. Doesn't that mean that we're going to become a god by doing this? Ah, that's why the next part is here. The Nerevarine will not be taught the secret rituals required to perform the third step. Instead, the Nerevarine will strike the heart with keening for a second time, causing its tones to diverge into unstable patterns of interference. Further, repeated strikes with keening will further disrupt the tones, with the ultimate result of shattering and dispelling Kagranak's original enchantments, binding the heart, thereby severing the heart's links with Dagoth-Ur and with any surviving heart wights and with the Tribunal. Destroying Kagranak's enchantments on the heart will also stop the corrupt effusion of Heart's divine power and end the blight on Morrowind. So, whack it once with Sunder, and then slap it with keening until it explodes. Knows they didn't come with this plan when they had the tools and means to carry it out, only once they lost the tools and getting their butts kicked. Also very true. Also very true. The Nerevarine may be tempted to steal the power of the heart. Dagoth-Ur and Sotha still alone know the secret. Dagoth-Ur may in extremity propose to teach the Nerevarine to use Kagranak's tools to become a god. We doubt that the Nerevarine is fool enough to trust Dagoth-Ur and are content to take this risk. I mean, we fucking fell for it, but surely Bubsy won't. Oh god. Oh god. If anyone is immune to divine temptation, what could possibly go wrong? Be warned, the Nerevarine cannot safely equip either Keening or Sunder unless wearing Wraithguard. The Nerevarine will be injured every moment while holding either of these artifacts. Unless protected by Wraithguard, persistence will be rewarded with death. If Nerevarine can equip an item while not wearing Wraithguard and receive no injury, the item is a counterfeit. This is actually a really fun detail of the of the speedrun for this game. One last note, Dagoth-Ur must not get a hold of Wraithguard. The Nerevarine must prepare and use a recall or Alm-CV intervention if there is any risk of death or capture. The element of surprise. Dagoth-Ur will not expect you to destroy Kagranak's enchantments on the heart. He does not know it is possible, he would not do it himself, and he knows we have never tried it. He will not believe anyone would want to sacrifice the promise of such power. Further, advancement in House Dagoth, as in all great houses, is by challenging confrontation within the hierarchy. The Nerevarines' challenges and defeats of Ash vampires in battles with the Sixth House will be viewed in that light. Dagoth-Ur and his kin may assume the Nerevarines' ambition is to control the heart. Given that assumption, it is only reasonable that the Nerevarine would try to defeat each of Dagoth-Ur's subordinates, in turn working up to Dagoth-Ur. If the Nerevarine can defeat Dagoth-Ur and control the heart, so much the better. But logically, the Nerevarine would wish to rise as high in the hierarchy as possible before cutting a deal with the head of the house. Dagoth-Ur should try to recruit the Nerevarine into House Dagoth. It may be possible to pretend to join him, then betray him. However, any attempt to deceive him will be very risky. House Dagoth has a tradition of subterfuge and treachery, and because he is a deceiver, he will expect deception. Closing remarks. We place no compulsion upon the Nerevarine to adhere to the plans described here. We believe that they offer the best chance of destroying Dagoth-Ur. But we've also chosen to place our trust in the Nerevarines' judgment and skill. Frankly, we see no alternative. If there are doubts to our questions, speak with Vivek. He has agreed to serve as the Nerevarines' guide and counselor for this campaign. It may be that if the Nerevarine succeeds, the Tribunal will not survive. Such sentiments as might have been expressed to the Tribunal should, in that case, be addressed to the land and people of Morrowind. May the happy convergence of fortune and prayer meet in our destiny on behalf of Lady Almalexia and Lord Sotha-Sil, Vivek. Yoink. 1 down, 3 to go. This is why we're not settling this up tonight, chat. The Battle of Red Mountain and the Rise and Fall of the Tribunal. It's a transcript of the words of Lord Vivek addressed to dissident priest Malar Omain, who confronted Vivek with the Ashlander traditions surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain and with prophecies of the Nerevarine, and unnamed magistrates of the Inquisition who joined Vivek, interrogating the dissident priest. Okay, so this is Vivek's account of what happened at the Battle of Red Mountain. Who can clearly recall the events of the distant past? But you've asked me to tell you in my own words the events surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain, the birth of the Tribunal, and the prophecies of a Nerevar reborn. Here is what I can tell you. When the Chimer first abandoned the herds and tents of their nomadic ancestors and built the first great houses, we loved the Daedra and worshipped them as gods. But our brethren, the Dweemers, scorned the Daedra and mocked their foolish rituals, and preferred instead their gods of reason and logic. So the Chimer and Dweemer were always at bitter war until the Nords came and invaded Restane. Only then did the Chimer and Dweemer put away their strife and join together to cast out the invaders. Once the Nords were driven out, General Nerevar the Chimer and General Dumak of the Dweemer, who had come to love and respect one another, resolved to make peace between their peoples. In that time, I was but a junior counselor to Nerevar, and Nerevar's queen, Almalexia, and his... Oh. I forgot that's who Almalexia is. And his other favorite counselor, Sothosil, always doubted that such a peace might long survive given the bitter disputes between Keimer and Dwemer, but by negotiation and compromise, Nerevar and Dumak somehow managed to preserve a fragile peace. But when Dagothr, Lord of House Dagoth, and trusted as a friend by both Nerevar and the Dwemer, brought us proof that High Engineer Kagranak of the Dwemer had discovered the heart of Lorkhan, and that he had learned how to tap its power and was building a new god, a mockery of Keimer faith and fearsome weapon, we all urged Nerevar to make war on the dwarves and destroy this threat to Keimer beliefs and security. Nerevar was troubled. He went to Dumak and asked if what Dagothr said was true, but Kagranak took great offense and asked whom Nerevar thought he was, that he might presume to judge the affairs of the Dwemer. Nerevar was further troubled and made pilgrimage to Holoman. Hey, that's where the distant priest lived. The sacred temple of Azur, and Azur confirmed that all that Dagothr said was indeed true, and the creation of a new god of the Dwemer should be prevented at all costs. When Nerevar came back and told us what the goddess had said, we felt our judgments confirmed and again counseled him to war, chiding Nerevar for his naive trust and friendship, and reminding Nerevar of his duty to protect the faith and security of the Keimer against the impiety and dangerous ambitions of the Dwemer. Don't make friends. Friends suck. They will steal the power of dead gods and force you to kill them endlessly. Then Nerevar went back to Vardenfell one last time, hoping that negotiations and compromise might once again preserve the peace. But this time the friends Nerevar and Dumak quarreled bitterly, and as a result, the Keimer and Dwemer went to war. The Dwemer were well defended by their fortress at Red Mountain, but Nerevar's cunning drew most of Dumak's armies out in the field and pinned them there. While Nerevar, Dagothr, and a small group of companions could make their way into the Heart Chamber by secret means. Secret means, huh? There, Nerevar, the Keimer king, met Dumak, the Dwarf king, and they both collapsed from grievous wounds and draining magics. With Dumak fallen and threatened by Dagothr and others, Kagranak turned his tools upon the heart, and Nerevar said he saw Kagranak and all his Dwemer companions at once disappear from the world. In that instant, Dwemer everywhere disappeared without a trace. But Kagranak's tools remained, and Dagothr seized them, and he carried them to Nerevar, saying that fool Kagranak has destroyed his own people with these things. We should destroy them right away, lest they fall into the wrong hands. Huh. So if Nerevar had just listened to Dagothr in that moment, none of this would have happened. But Nerevar was resolved to confer with his queen and his generals who had foreseen that this war would come and whose counsel we would not ignore again. I will ask the tribunal what we shall do with them, for they have had wisdom in the past that I had not. Stay here, loyal Dagothr, until I return. So Nerevar told Dagothr to protect the tools in the Heart Chamber until he returned. Then Nerevar was carried to us where he waited on the slopes of Red Mountain, and he told us all that had transpired under Red Mountain. Why didn't they just bring them in? Why didn't Nerevar just wait with Dagothr? And then they just brought him inside. And like, hey, look at this shit. Do we stay or do we go now? Not gonna lie, kind of made me think that maybe we should be siding with Dagothr. I mean, he really didn't do anything wrong until he got kind of bored and, you know, think, oh, I'm a god now. Whoops. Playing Die Hard Arcade since I got Sega Saturn emulation, so that was very fun. Nice. That always looked like a fun game. I never played it in the arcades, but I saw it a couple times. What Nerevar had said was that the Dwemer had used special tools to turn their people into mortals, and that only the heart of Lorkhan had held wondrous powers. Only later did we hear from others present that Dagothr had thought the Dwemer destroyed, not made immortal. And no one knows for sure what really happened there. So, according to this, according to Vivek, Nerevar actually lied about what happened to the Dwemer when he sought the counsel of the tribunal. Or who would become the tribunal, whatever. After hearing Nerevar, we gave our counsel as requested, proposing we should preserve these tools in trust for the welfare of the Keimer people. And who knows, perhaps the Dwemer, not gone forever, but merely transported to some distant realm from which they may someday return to threaten our security once again. Therefore, we need to keep these tools, to study them and their principles so they may be safe in future generations. Dagothr, right idea. Tribunal, wrong idea. And though Nerevar voiced his grave misgivings Oh my god, he was willing to be ruled by our council under one condition, that we all should swear a solemn oath upon Azura that the tools would never be used in the profane manner that the Dwemer had intended. We all readily agreed and swore solemn oaths at Nerevar's dictation. Oh, I'm sure this sounded like a great idea at the time. Yeah, no one would go back on that. So then we went with Nerevar back into Red Mountain and met with Dagathur. Dagathur refused to deliver the tools to us, saying they were dangerous and we could not touch them. Dagathur seemed to be irrational, insisting that only he could be trusted with the tools, and then we guessed that he had somehow been infected by his handling of the tools. But now I feel sure that he had privately learned the powers of the tools and had in some confused way decided he must have them for himself. Then Nerevar and our guard resorted to force to secure the tools. Somehow, Dagathur and his retainers escaped, but we gained the tools and delivered them to Sothasil for study and safekeeping. For some years, we kept the oaths we swore to Azura with Nerevar, but during that time, in secret, Sothasil must have studied the tools and divined their mysteries. And at last he came to us with the vision of a new world of peace, with justice and honor for nobles and health and prosperity for the commoners, with the tribunals as immortal patrons and guides, and dedicating ourselves to this vision of a better world, we made a pilgrimage to Red Mountain and transformed ourselves with the power of Kagranak's tools. Welp. I noticed that they made no mention of the fate of Nerevar. And no sooner than we had completed our rituals and begun to discover our newfound powers, the Daedra Lord Azura appeared and cursed us for our forsworn oaths. By her powers of prophecy, she assured us that her champion Nerevar, true to his oath, would return to punish us for our perfidy, and to make sure such profane knowledge might never again be used to mock and defy the will of the gods. But Sothasil said to her, "The old gods are cruel and arbitrary, and distant from the hopes and fears of Mer. Your age is past. We are the new gods, born of the flesh and wise and caring of the needs of our people. Spare us your threats and chiding, inconstant spirit. We are bold and fresh, and we will not fear you." And then in that moment, all Chimer were changed into Dunmer, and our skins turned ashen and our eyes into fire. Of course, we only knew at that time that this had happened to us, but Azura said, "This is not my act, but your act. You have chosen your fate, and the fate of your people, and all the Dunmer shall share your fate from now to the end of time. You think yourselves gods, but you are blind, and all is darkness." And Azura left us alone in darkness, and we were all afraid, but we put on brave faces and went forth from Red Mountain to build the new world of our dream. And the new world we shaped was glorious and generous in the worship of the Dunmer, fervent and grateful. The Dunmer were at first afraid of their new faces, but Sothasil spoke to them, saying there was not a curse but a blessing, a sign of their changed natures and sign of the special favor they might enjoy as new Mer. No longer barbarians trembling before ghosts and spirits, but civilized Mer, speaking directly to their immortal friends and patrons, the three faces of the tribunal. And we were all inspired by Sothasil's speech and vision, and everybody clapped and took heart, and over time we crafted the customs and institutions of a just and honorable society in the land of Restaean, new millennia of peace, equity, and prosperity unknown to other savage races. Azura's kind of sounding like an abuser here. Look at what you made me do, yeah. You broke your oath, so I'm going to curse everyone who sort of looks like you. I mean, it's very Old Testament, which is clearly what they're channeling here. Sothasil pulls some shit out of his ass to stop a riot. But beneath Red Mountain, Dagath-Ur had survived. Somehow, Dagath-Ur survived. And even as the light of our bold new world shined ever more brightly beneath Red Mountain, the darkness gathered, a darkness that was close kin to the bright light that Sothasil coaxed from the heart of Lorkhan with the tools of Kagranak. As the darkness grew, we fought it and crafted walls to confine it, but we never could destroy it, for the source of the darkness was the same source as the source of our own divine inspiration. And in these latter days of Morrowind, reduced to a subjugated province of the Western Empire, as the glory of the temple fades and the dark tide rises from Red Mountain, we are reminded of Azura and her promised champion's return. We have waited blind and in darkness, mere shadows, drained of our ardent vision, in shame of our folly, in fear of our judgment, and in hope of our deliverance. We do not know if the Outlander claiming to fulfill the prophecies of the Nerevarine is our old companion Nerevar reborn, or a pawn of the Emperor, a cat's paw of Azure, or some simple twist of fate. But we insist you adhere to the temple doctrine and conform to the strictures dividing the hieroglypha from the apocrypha, and that you not speak that which must not be spoken openly. Act as a dutiful priest should in accordance with your vows of obedience to the canons and archcanons, and all will be forgiven. Defy me and you will know what it is to stand against a god. Vivek. Yoink. They're never gonna get over that empire. I mean, like, think about this for a second. It's honestly one of the most interesting things about the setting. When you pull back for a sec and you look at the history and mythology of Morrowind, of Vardenfall, of everything that happened here. Like the fall of Lorcan's heart, the Dweemer's capture of it, the construction of Kagranek's tools, the war against the Dweemer, the corruption of Dagothr, the corruption of the Tribunal, this brave new world they tried to build from themselves. All of it was just this little microcosm playing out in a corner of Tamriel, destined to be conquered by the vastly larger, more powerful empire. Like, that's kind of crazy to think about. Like, this is all the lore and metaphysics of an entire fantasy world. And then somewhere in like the waning days of it, this unthinkably huge empire just rolls up and is like, sup, you're part of us now. Don't question it. Like, it adds, your gods are shit, now wear this hat. It's such an interesting twist to all this, you know? We're talking about powers that affect the very nature of existence, you know? We're talking about the power, immortality, divinity, you know? And all this is happening under the watchful gaze of the Empire. They're just like, proceed. I say watchful eye of the Empire. Basically, nobody knows what's going on here right now except us. We're the de facto head of the Blades after Caius Cosades apparently had something more important to do than settle up the fate of the heart of a dead god tapped to build some new mecha pseudo-god by a mad god, opposed by a triumvirate of other mad gods. Nah, he had more important shit to do. Like, what? What are you talking about? What the hell else is going on in the Empire? That this is not your primary fucking... That you're gonna leave it to a fucking bobcat that nobody knows dick about. Really? This is how you run an empire? Apparently so. Apparently so. What kind of supernatural nonsense is this empire have to overcome a civilization led by 3 demigods? I know, right? So their leader is also a god emperor? I don't actually know the deal with Uriel Septim. Like, I don't know what his power... All I know is the opening of Oblivion, where I met him in a sewer and he fucking died. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you've never played Oblivion. Current Emperor is actually in a really precarious position, doesn't have as much force to throw around as you think. Yeah, I'm making light of all this. I totally get it. Like, as empires expand in size, like, the individual oversight, the ability to focus down on particular threats to power basically just evaporates. So I actually, like, I totally get that there is this, like, world-defining threat being addressed in Morrowind, and the Empire basically doesn't really know what's going on. Like, their man on the inside really was told he had something more important to do and just left it with somebody that he thought could handle it. Because, I mean, there really very well might be something more important going on, or the Empire might just be too large and ungainly for them to maintain control over this. So they might have left it in Bubsy's hands and been like, well, whatever the fates decree. 2 for 1 taters at the palace. I do question the effects that happened the entire race was doing of Azura. It was an effect of messing with the heart itself. Every time anyone has done something with a heart, it's affected the entire race. That's also true. That's also a good point. And yeah, I definitely wouldn't put it past Azura to just take credit for something like that. Jaeger Tharn thing was during Patrick Stewart's reign. OG Tiber had the whole Dragonborn voice fuss Roda powers. Tiber Septim the 7th at first ruled like an aggressive fuckhead until he got thrown in oblivion for 10 years and came out a bit different. And that's what Abrino is about, okay. He's also had good luck twice, now relying on weirdo single adventures. He gambles on having player characters deal with things, so that's certainly convenient for the narrative. And I mean, really, who wouldn't trust this phase? The situation in Morrowind has been stable for thousands of years. Why'd the Empire be expecting it to deteriorate? Yeah, I mean, without, you know, even Caius was kind of on the outs of all this. Like, don't forget that the first couple legs of our journey on the main quest was filling in Caius about everything that's going on. Like, he had heard of the Nerevarine, he knew about the Blight and Dagoth and the 6th House, but he didn't know what they were. They were just names heard in passing. We had to fill in all the details, and before he could actually process any of this shit, he gets called away on some other job. Azura is not good, but not malevolent. I feel like in the context of Morrowind, you don't ever get a read on her. She's just a voice from the sky. She could be anything. I mean, the quest that we did for her directly was essentially to intervene in a wager with another god to keep them from cheating, but I guess in a sense help her cheat and win. So post arena, Tiber went from aggressive fuckhead to a hyper paranoid fuckhead who lies to everyone. I assume because he's terrified that someone else is close will kill him or something. I mean, if I was Emperor, that's pretty much all I would be thinking about. I guess would be potential assassins. And then Oblivion happened. If actually she's not trying to fuck you over directly for coming to her attention means she's pretty good as far as Tetra go. I guess, yeah, I guess it's really take what we can get. All right, I want to read these last 2 and then punch Vivek in the face before we sign off for the night, so. Dagarthur's plans. Following documents prepared by temple scholars and agents of the Inquisition for Lord Vivek. From interrogation of captured sleepers and other 6th House cultists, from study of manuscripts written by cultists and victims of dream-induced mania, from interviews with Lord Vivek concerning historical campaigns against Red Mountain, and from broad conjectures and inferences made upon these materials, this is our best estimate of Dagoth Ur's motivations and objectives in this most recent phase of his war upon Morrowind. Phase of objectives. 1. Establish a theocracy in Morrowind based on the worship of the newborn god Akulakan, 2nd Numidium, to be created by Dagoth Ur from the heart of Lorkhan, and a body constructed according to the principles and rituals pioneered by the Dwemer Kagrenak. Establish the ancient heirs of Dagoth as the god priests of Akulakan, and the 6th House of Dagoth Ur as the dominant political power in Morrowind. Through charismatic conversion, unite the Dunmer under the guidance of Dagoth Ur to battle against the foreign animals who hold Morrowind in subjection. Note, Dagoth Ur has apparently adopted the views and motivations of the Dwemer High Craft Lord Kagrenak. In effect, he recapitulates the ancient blasphemous folly of the Dwemer. Throws you face first in this whole God War thing, definitely trying to fuck you over. It's just more surprised than anyone you actually succeed. I really like the idea of Sanctuary from the Diablo plot and the fact that revealing at the end of D2 actually meant a lot. What do you mean exactly? I've basically forgotten any Diablo lore I ever knew. 2. Expose the false worship of the tribunal and destroy the ecclesiastical authority and political power of the temple. How much the dissident priests of the cult in the Nerevarine may be controlled or influenced by the 6th House in this regard is open to speculation. 3. Extirpate all remaining individuals of inferior and mongrel races from Morrowind. Ouch. damn, people are gonna read this. 4, drive the Empire from Morrowind. 5, recover ancient territories stolen by Skyrim and Argonia. 6, extend the worship of Kulakan to all nations of Tamriel through the subversion and conquest. Plans to establish and expand the Sixth House. Phase 1, secure Red Mountain against Tribunal intruders. Deny Tribunal access to the Heart, weakening the Temple while securing Red Mountain for the creation of Kulakan. Keep the construction of Second Numidium a secret. I mean, it's not a very good one, but okay. Phase 2, create passive servants in ever-widening circles around Red Mountain by broadcasting compulsions couched in dream imagery to susceptible subjects in their sleep. Establish a major operational base at Kogrun for further operations in the Ash Wastes. Establish smaller bases near small port villages and in lower-class waterfront districts in Vivek. Infiltrate and subvert smuggling syndicates. They definitely did that. We saw that in action. Recruit willing followers from disaffected populations, including the underworld, the poor, and rabid anti-imperial activists. Some of this we actually did get to see. The bases near small port villages, we've actually been to at least one of those. Broadcasting compulsions and dream imagery, we've heard all about this. We've met dreamers in the major cities. The smuggling syndicates, that was an interesting factor. I think we could have seen a bit more of the recruitment process. I think that would have, or, I mean, maybe it's out there and I didn't actually get to those side things. Those particular dungeons or encounters or something. Apparently Morrowind was successfully conquered because the Tribunal are already losing their power, so when the early Empire came knocking, the Tribunal basically sold the place out to stay in control without risking their divine power in war. Especially since the first Septon is pretty much a player character of a game that never existed, so he had absurd power and luck on his side. That's so funny. When player characters collide. Cousin managed to wander into a 6th house base near Satan Nina's first dungeons, got stuck in there, had to make a new character. Holy shit. I didn't even know there was a 6th house base near there. That's pretty funny. Or we might have... No, I don't think we ever did run across it. Phase 3, expand from smaller bases to other towns and villages and recruit and indoctrinate subjects made susceptible by dream sendings. Occupy abandoned towers and ruins and train corrupted cultists as raiders and irregular troops. Identify, discredit, and decimate possible sources of political resistance. This is the weirdest, most random thought right now, chat. I would love like a Morrowind, like city builder, empire builder 4X game where you actually play as the Tribunal. That would be pretty neat. And you actually like manage the expansion of Empire. Marked by an X on the paper map. He just wanted to see what X marked. Oh. I'll have to check my map after the stream tonight. Phase 4, use assassination terror to weaken, distract, and disrupt the legions of the imperial bureaucracy along with their Hlau sympathizers. Inspire popular uprisings of the native poor against the foreign rich and powerful. Summon sleepers and dreamers to Dagath-Ur to work on Second Numidium. Inferring Dagath-Ur's perspectives. Dagath-Ur thinks on a large time scale, for the most part in the outside of time scale of the divine consciousness. He thinks that only obstacles of mythic scale are worth consideration. He believes he is fated to rule Morrowind, to free Morrowind of the Empire, and to become the new hard-loving father of Morrowind. Given that perspective, the only opposing forces Dagath-Ur worries about are the Tribunal, the Daedra, the Emperor, and the Incarnate. With the Tribunal's loss of Sunder and Keening, and with the diminishing resources of Vivek, Almalexi, and Sotha Sil, Dagath-Ur believes he has permanently gained a decisive strategic advantage. On a mortal timescale, the battle may last for centuries, but the outcome is not in doubt. And a Kulakan may be a device for dramatically reducing the timescale for decisive victory. I really like this additional detail. This basically hand waves why there's no time concern. There's no rush to the main quest. Dagath-Ur is operating on God time. Like, he doesn't need to hurry. He doesn't need to do this tomorrow or next week. It's going to happen. It is fate. Like, his victory is fated. It is assured. And given the arc of history up to this point, he's right. The Tribunal can't stop him. They are weakening as he is strengthening. The myth of dynamic invincibility of the Emperor and the Empire has long been an unquantifiable and intimidating threat. But recent rumors of unrest in Cyrodiil, the Emperor's failing health, and the unsettled question of succession have diminished the scale of that threat. Nonetheless, the revelation that the Nerevarine is a pawn of Imperial intelligence, handpicked and sent to Morrowind by the Emperor himself, may cause Dagath-Ur considerable anxiety. It's been a long time since I've dealt in Diablo plot as well. Sanctuary is where the mortals live and is hidden from the eternal war through the World Stone. The Demon Brothers want to corrupt that and use it as a staging platform for the war. And Bell got so close, the only option Tyrell thought he had was to destroy the World Stone and reveal it to the large world. Oh, okay. That's an interesting bit of recontextualization. The Daedra represent no coherent obstacle to Dagoth Ur. Nonetheless, their personal abilities and their influence upon the fanatical followers is considerable. Their motives and actions obscure, and Dagoth Ur remains concerned about them. The Incarnate represents Saint Nerevar, a mythic force that has previously defeated Dagoth Ur, and Dagoth Ur is obsessed with this threat. At the same time, Dagoth Ur knew Nerevar personally, knew that he was a mortal man with faults and weaknesses. Dagoth Ur may have some hope of seducing or negotiating with Nerevar's reincarnation. Further, when Nerevar and the Tribunal defeated Dagoth Ur, they were strong and allied. Now the Nerevarine and the Tribunal are weak, opposed, and divided. Therefore, though the Nerevarine and the Tribunal represent the most serious threat to Dagoth Ur's plans, he still has good reason to believe that this time he will prevail. It's also interesting. And I suppose it was because it was prophesized by a Daedra. It was prophesized by Azura. That they just take the reincarnation of Nerevar as fact. Like, it's not... It doesn't seem to the Tribunal like it was ever in question. The Nerevarine prophecies would come to pass. That just seems to be accepted with them. And all of their planning and scheming has been built around that. Recent timescale of Dagoth Ur's activities. Much of the following timescale is based on inference from incomplete information. Alright, before 2E882, Dagoth Ur and his kin lie dreaming beneath the sills of Red Mountain. Alright, 882. Dagoth Ur and his ash vampires awake refreshed and emerge from lower Red Mountain into the Heart Chamber. Dagoth Ur ritually binds himself and his brethren as heart whites in a ritual of his own devising. First stages of construction of second Numidium, conceived during the long sleep, were begun by heart whites and Atronet constructs in a chamber near the heart of Lorcan. Keeping the second Numidium project a secret from the Tribunal is a high priority. Also 882. The Tribunal arrive at Red Mountain for their annual ritual bathing in the heart's power. Dagoth Ur and ash vampires ambush the Tribunal. The Tribunes are driven away and prevented from restoring themselves with Kagranek's tools, the hearts of Lorcan. Ah! Okay. Okay, sorry. I was missing this very important detail here, where the Tribunal actually needs regular contact with the heart via the tools to maintain their powers. Alright, for the next... Okay, I assume it's like 400 some years, but from 2E882 to 3E417. Intermittent Tribunal campaigns assault Red Mountain. The Tribunal and supporting forces seek to force access to the Heart Chamber, but are repeatedly driven back. Dagoth Ur recruits sleepers and dreamers through dream sendings. Cultists are recruited through dream compulsion. Weaker cultists become corporate beasts. Stronger cultists advance through stages towards the powers of the ascended sleepers. So Vivek basically lied about that. The campaigns against Red Mountain weren't to weaken Dagoth Ur, it was to recover the Tribunal's powers themselves. Azura's thing includes fate and prophecies. There's probably reason to believe her. 3E400, Kulgaroon reoccupied by Dagoth Uthal and fortified as an advanced base for Sixth House operations. Blight storms more frequent and widespread. Soul sickness spreads in regions close to Red Mountain. 410, Sixth House base founded near Narmok and waterfront areas of Vivek. Sixth House operas exploit smuggler organizations and communications to spread their influence among victims unbalanced by Dagoth Ur's dream sendings. 415, small cells of Sixth House cultists in every town in Vardenfell. Larger Sixth House operations are concealed in remote dungeons where creatures are bred and cultists are trained for the coming struggle. 417, all Malexi and Sothasil lose the artifacts Keening and Sunder to Dagoth, Ordros, and Vemin. Vivek rescues Almalexi and Sothasil, but failing to recover Keening and Sunder, the Tribunal retreat from Red Mountain in disorder. Surviving Boy and Armiger companions know the Tribunal is forced to retreat, but do not know how serious a reversal the Tribunal has suffered. The three Tribunes return to their respective capitals and continue to perform their ritual functions. The Tribunes continue to grow weaker without access to the heart and because of resources required to support the Ghost Fence. The inner circle of the Temple priesthood has begun to suspect the Tribunes have suffered seriously For wounds and demoralization, the Waker reverses at Red Mountain, but do not recognize the scale of the problem. 426 to 427, campaign of 6th House assassinations of prominent Imperial citizens and Halal Imperial sympathizers. Sudden increase in number and seriousness of attacks by cultists and victims deranged by soul sickness. So, at this point, Dagather has advanced pretty far in his perceived plan. Noted with concern, 1. Dagather can apparently perceive and communicate directly through his cultists. Sleepers and dreamers are often reported speaking as though with Dagather's voice and intention. And 2. Little is known about the features, scale, or stage of completion of Al-Kulakan's second Numidium. No one has gained entrance to the Heart Chamber since, oh my god, since Second Era 282. In Third Era 417, Keening and Sunder were captured and may substantially aid in Kulakan's construction. Dating system relates the actual Elder Scrolls. Scrolls basically relate the entire history of the world, including future history. If you read them, you pretty much die. Unless you're trained for a long time, then eventually you go blind forever. Huh, interesting. All right, one more. Nerevar at Red Mountain. The Apocrypha of the Hidden Rings. Oh, I think, have we read this? There's no way we read this. It's so long. Nerevar at Red Mountain. The following is from the Apocrypha of the Hidden Writings of the Tribunal Temple, is a scholarly retelling of tradition transmitted through the Ashlanders concerning the battle at Red Mountain and subsequent events. The Ashlanders associate this tale with the telling of Valandra Sul, a shield companion of Nerevar who came to live among the Ashlanders after the death of Nerevar and during the ascension of the Tribunal. There are many variant treatments of the story, but the primary elements are consistent throughout the tradition. The murder of Nerevar, the tragic fate of Dagoth-Ur, and the profane source of the Tribunal's divine power are denied by temple doctrine and ignorant Ashlander superstition not widely known among civilized Dunmer. Restane, present-day Morrowind, was contested ground between two very different types of Mer. The Chimer, who worshipped Daedra, and the Dwemer, who worshipped a profane and secret power. Logic. These two people warred with each other constantly until their lands were invaded by a young, vibrant, and violent alien culture, the Nords. Two heroes, one for the Chimer and one for the Dwemer, Indral Nerevar and Dunmak Dwarf Orc, made peace between the people and together ousted the alien invaders. Then these two heroes worked long and hard to maintain peace thereafter, though their counselors thought it could not last, or worse, that it shouldn't. Nerevar's queen and his generals, Almalexius Othasil, Vivek, told him to claim all Resdain for his own, but Nerevar would not listen, for he remembered his friendship with Dumak. There would be only peace. Until Dagoth-Ur awoke and chose violence. As Dagoth had discovered the source of the profane and secret power of the Dwemer, the legendary Heart of Lorkhan, which Dumak's people had used to make themselves immortal and beyond the measure of gods. In fact, one of their high priests, Kagranak, was building a new god so the Dwemer could claim Resdain for their own. The Tribunal urged Nerevar again to make war on the dwarves. Nerevar was troubled. He went to Dumak, his friend of old, and asked what Dagoth-Ur said was true. But Kagranak and the high priest of the Dwemer had kept their new god secret from their king, and Dumak said the Dwemer were innocent of any wrongdoing. Nerevar was troubled again and made pilgrimage to Holman, the sacred temple of Azura, who confirmed that all that Dagoth-Ur said was indeed true, and that the new god of the Dwemer should be destroyed for the safety of not only Resdain, but for the whole world. When Nerevar went back and told his tribunal what the goddess had said, his queen and generals felt themselves proved all right, and again counseled him to war. There are reasons the Dwemer and Chimer had hated each other forever. Finally, Nerevar, angered that his friend Dumak would lie to him, went back to Vardenfell. This time, the Chimer king was arrayed in arms and armor and had his hosts surround him. He spoke harshly to Dumak Dwarf Orc, king of Red Mountain. You must give up your worship of the Heart of the Lorkhan, or I shall forget our friendship and the deeds that were accomplished in its name. And Dumak, who still knew nothing of Kagranak's new god, but proud and protective as ever of his people, said, we shall not relinquish that which has been our way for years beyond reckoning, just as the Chimer will not relinquish their ties to the lords and ladies of Oblivion. And to come at my door in this way, arrayed in your arms and armor with your hosts around you, tells me you've already forgotten our friendship. Stand down, my sweet Nerevar, I shall swear by 15 and 1 golden tones, I shall kill you and all your people. And so the Chimer and Dwemer went to war. The Dwemer were well defended by the fortress at Red Mountain, but the bravery and cleverness of Nerevar's queen and generals drew most of Dumak's armies out into the field and kept them there so that Nerevar and Dagoth-Ur could make their way into the Heart Chamber by secret means. There, Nerevar met Dumak, the Dwarf King, and they both fell from grievous wounds. This lines up 1-to-1 with Vivek's account so far. Dagoth slew Kagrenak and took the tools the Dwemer used to tap the power of the heart. He went to his dying lord Nerevar and asked him what to do with these tools, and Nerevar summoned Azura again. She showed them how to use the tools to separate the power of the heart from the Dwemer people. And on the fields of Tribunal, their armies watched the Dwemer turn into dust all around as the stolen immortality was taken away. Okay, full disclosure, I don't remember what happened to the Dwemer. I kept thinking that we were right upon the revelation, like the actual truth of what happened to the Dwemer. According to this, Azura was like, hey, guys, do this, and then this, and then this, and this is the cheat code that deletes them. Back in Red Mountain, Nerevar told Dagoth to protect the tools in the heart chamber until he returned. Dagoth said, but shouldn't we destroy the tools at once so they might never be used for evil again? But Nerevar was confused by his wounds and his sorrow, for he still loved Dumak and the Dwemer people, and so went to the fields outside of Red Mountain to confer with his queen and his generals who had foreseen this war would come and whose counsel he would not ignore again. I will ask the tribunal what she'll do with them, for they have had wisdom in the past that I have not. Stay here, loyal Dagoth until I return. Keeping Kagrenak as Tabernac. They vanish, that's pretty much what anyone knows. I thought there was an answer. I thought there was an actual answer in this game somewhere. Mystery of the Dwarves quest gives you some theories, but no solid answers. Okay, cool. Cool. So I never knew. I never knew what happened with the dwarves. That would explain why I'm so confused then. There are additional revelations coming, both at the end of the main quest and in Tribunal, that I'm a little fuzzy on, and I'm probably crossing some wires here, so I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself. And Nerevar told his queen generals all that had transpired under Red Mountain, how the Dwemer had used special tools to turn the people into immortals and of the wondrous power of the heart of Lorcan. The tribunals decided the Chimer should learn how to use this power so that Nerevar might claim Resdain in the world for their people. Nerevar did not expect or want this, so he asked his queen and generals to help him summon Azura yet again for her guidance. But the tribunal had become as greedy as Kagrenak upon hearing the power of the heart, and they coveted it. They made rituals as if to summon Azura as Nerevar wanted, but Almalexi used poisoned candles, and Sothasil used poisoned robes, and Vivek used poisoned invocations. Nerevar was murdered. It's a lot of poison. I'm just saying. Like, unless you're dealing with a Rasputin here, I mean, how much poison do you need, really? Then Azura came forth anyway, cursed the tribunal for their foul deeds. She told them that she would use her powers over dusk and dawn to make sure Nerevar would come back and make things right again. But the tribunal laughed at her and said they soon would be gods themselves, and the Chimer people would forget their old ways of worship. And Azura knew this would be true, and that it would take a long time before her power might bring Nerevar back. Which if done here today is foul beyond measure, and you will grow to regret it, for the lives of gods are not what mortals think, and matters that weigh only years to mortals weigh on gods forever. That's a really goddamn good line. That is excellent right there. And so they might know forever their wicked deeds, Azura changed the Chimer into Dunmer, and their skin turned ashen and their eyes into fire. Let this mark remind you of your true selves who, like ghouls, fed on the nobility, heroism, and trust of their king. And then the tribunal went into Red Mountain and met with Dagoth. Dagoth saw what had been done, for its skin has been changed as well. They tried to avenge the death of Nerevar, but to no avail. He was driven off and thought dead. The tribunal found the tools it had been guarding, and through the study of Kagrenak's methods, turned themselves into gods. Thousands of years after their apotheosis, the tribunal are still the gods of Morrowind. The old ways of worship are remembered only by a few. And the murder of Nerevar is known to fewer, but his queen and generals still fear his return, for the words of Azura linger long, and they see the mark of her curse on their people every day. So, like, that... Alright, the big difference here is that in Vivek's account, Vivek doesn't even address what happened to Nerevar. And to me, that is extremely telling. In his account, Azura showed up after the tribunal used the tools to become gods and punished the entire Dunmer people for the folly of the tribunal. In the Apocrypha, Azura showed up because the tribunal betrayed and murdered Nerevar, and she was like, nah, fuck this shit, and went ahead and turned them into Dunmer. And then they went along with their original plan, which is to use the tools to make themselves gods. Well, I'm sure Dagoth is going to have his own version of this as well. Nerevar was seen missing in the Vivek account. Yeah. Like you can also almost see the scissor marks on the scroll. Basically, what books you find is like, here's how you create a new god, and there's another book you find is like, if you create a new god this way, you might tie your existence to divine source, which had unfortunate consequences. All right, chat. Well, I think that is absolutely more than enough for tonight. So I'm gonna save, and we're gonna do one more thing. We are gonna find out if Vivek can hold these hands. Haha! Haha! No, you need to stop moving. Wow, I actually survived his spell. I actually survived a shot from Vivek. 660 jail points, I'm not sure if that's fitting or not. Don't forget the exposition. I actually want to do that again. That was fun. I would like to see him dead. Hello, sir! Can I interest you in these fine leather jackets? The thing is, he's very fast. Like, if I can stay on him... I wonder if it's even possible to knock the stamina out of him. Whatever blows your hair back. Try the hammer. I might as well, right? Might as well. Problem is, I'm just no good with the hammer. I'm just really so bad with it. Like, I didn't even hit him. I can't believe we whiffed that. That was amazing. So yeah. Anyway, chat, we'll leave it here for tonight. But you know what this means. You know what this means. Tomorrow shall be the grand conclusion of the main quest. We will make our way up to Ghostgate and into the bowels of Red Mountain itself. Oh, I forgot to actually look at my new prize. Where is it? Where is it? I have a thing now, and it's very important. And there's Wraithguard. I don't even remember what Wraithguard is. It'd have to be back here or something, right? You'd think. Ah, there it is. Okay. It is... Okay, it's Gauntlet. It's heavy armor. It's worth 500,000 septims. Shield, reflect, resist, everything. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I could pawn it, yeah. Vivek has that buff and he hasn't gotten to the Heart Chamber since the second era. What chance do you have? I know, right? Like, you're telling me this is one of those places where, like, game mechanics kind of fall apart because they're simply not representative of what's going on. If you had 100% resist magic, he would be nothing. An interesting notion, to be sure. So anyway, tomorrow night, we put an end to the main quest of Morrowind. It's happening, chat. It shall happen. And then we will talk about the future of Bubsy and what shall come in the wake of that. Thursday seems very appropriate after the conclusion of the Morrowind main quest. On Thursday, we'll be returning to the Power Hours. The remaining pages of Volume 50. Playing wherever we find there. There should be some interesting stuff. Can we make our final goal after all the stuff the story expansion is done to kill Vivek? We can talk about that. We can talk about that. There are some things I've been thinking. Some plans I've been cultivating in the shadows. But yeah, Power Hours on Thursday. Friday, looks like Friday night is, for the most part, gonna be a Doom Peak evening. So, if anybody else has been pondering a Doom Peak, if you put it in before Friday, You'll get to see it played on Friday. I'm just saying. So, and then probably more power hours on... I don't know. I don't actually remember the power hour situation. I don't know if we're going to finish the issue on Thursday, if it's going to roll on to Saturday, if we're going to be done. I'm just going to flail around. Beats the hell out of me. We'll find out. So, anyway, all that said, I am going to send you all to raid somebody because it is late. And I cannot believe, straight up, I can't believe all you people just sat there for like at least 40 minutes listening to me read Morrowind lore. Like, holy shit. I don't know if I should be honored or concerned for all of you. Anyway, stuff. Who's thinking? Who's with the doing? Arch! Arch is playing Terraria. I like watching Arch play Terraria. He really seems to know his stuff in this game, and oh my god, I don't even know what the hell that is. That looks crazy. I did let my ire grow. And his ire grew 3 sizes that day. Cleared out a lot of YouTube tabs. Happy to be of service. I'm so glad I could help, Arcane. Alright, anyway. Thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for this, frankly, incredible adventure of scope and grandeur. I think there was a time on this channel that I really wasn't sure I could play through a game like this and people would watch, and obviously, folks are enjoying this. So, I am definitely enjoying this. I'm having a great time, and I'm very excited to join all of you tomorrow night for the epic conclusion of the main storyline, the Tale of the Nerevarine. So hopefully I will see you all then. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.